What's up, guys? You know me. I'm Mike Thompson. And here we are introducing Mike Thompson. Mike Thompson.
Nope. We didn't. We did not plan for that. Let me stop this. We didn't plan for that. That's not how we do things here. Y'all know that's not how we do things here. Why is he doing that? That's not how we do things. What's up, everybody? My name is Mike Thompson. Y'all know me. Raul is not coming in today. He's sick, everyone. Bradley, what's up?
Hey, Raul, you and I both know we were like trying to give Mike thumbs up, like, are you ready?
Hey, we're good, right?
We were like trying to make sure he wasn't. We tried to make sure you weren't cleaning your nose.
Hey. I stay ready. Ready. I'm always ready. Don't worry about me being ready. I'm ready. I'm professional, son.
You know, Raul didn't want you to get you off, like you got coffee dripping down the side of your mouth or something like that.
They call me one take Tony. I'm ready to go. You press the button and I'm live. Speaking of one take Tony, what's up, Tony Gore? Hey, welcome to the Stylus League, everybody. This is episode 78, Unfinished Business. All right, now we can go.
All right, there we go. What are we doing? What is the show, guys?
On this one, if you are new to the stream, we are working on stuff that we did not finish. Maybe we worked on it with a guest. Maybe we worked on it for personal work. But we are using the time between guests to kind of do some housekeeping. Yep. So that's what we're doing. Yep.
And getting ready for Raphael next month. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out our part 1 of our interview with Raphael, please do. If you have watched it, I would love to chat with you guys on what you thought about it and if you learned anything from it. But part 2 is going to be more focused on actually going through his art. We made sure in part 2 to not give away a lot of jewels, but to talk high level of the process, because in February, if you want to see how he gets down, that'll be the time frame. You got a whole month to pick his brain. I would strongly suggest that you tune in and you'll be able to ask direct question of someone who's worked on some pretty high level IPs.
It was an awesome interview, guys. I wasn't there for it, but it was fantastic. I enjoyed watching it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. And it looks like we got a couple more people on stream. Hey Shane, how's it going? We got Mini Chick Studios. Good afternoon, ladies and gents.
Hey,
welcome, Mini Chicks.
As always, Ram's the first one in the building.
Yeah. And Tony's like, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
That's right.
Speaking of which, what do we have ready, gents? So we're working on projects that are unfinished. You guys are attempting to complete projects that are not done. What are each one of you guys working on?
Bradley, you want to kick it off? I'm trying to open some files here.
Sure. So today I'm going to test out the new Substance Painter released a new method for baking. So I'm gonna take my helmet out of here and go through the new Substance Painter baking workflow. I'm hoping that it's good enough for me to stop using Toolbag. I hope so, because Substance Painter is the only thing that you can bake multi-UDMs with. But I will have this Guyver pose painted and done by the end of the month. I already went through and brought in I've already started projecting some of my high and my low. I created low topology for a lot of this stuff already. So I should be able to at least bring the helmet into Substance and start checking out some of the new baking tools that released this week.
Awesome, man. That helmet looks like you've done armor before.
Yeah.
Have you've done 1 or 2 helmets before?
Yeah. I've done a little hard surface before. I've done quite a bit.
Yeah.
Bradley's busy working on those Destiny 2 guys.
Yeah.
And if you haven't pre-ordered, there's a lot of like cool work that the team did. Like there's some like big changes that's happening in Lightfall that released next month. So check it out.
There's the Bungie sponsorship. All right, what about you, Mike?
Check it out. Help me feed my family. Help me feed my family.
So I'm working on this guy still. I have renders. I do have renders. Because I have classes on Monday and Friday, all of my students' work has populated all of the tops of my PSD recent files. So I'm still looking for them. But I'm going to find some renders and then we can get into what it is. But yeah, I have to do a presentation for Maxon on the 8th for SSD using the new Redshift in 2023. And so I've been working on getting some stuff together to show as I kind of discuss my process.
What I'll also say to everyone who's watching now, if you want to ask Mike some questions that you won't be able to easily ask him when he does your presentation is next month, early next month, right? Or is it at the end of this month?
It's the 8th. It's the 8th. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you've been playing around with Redshift, if you have any questions, Mike or the collective would be able to help you out with that. And you have him to yourself now. When he's on with Max on, it's there's gonna be a lot of people, a lot of questions.
Oh, here they are.
And I believe Ian's going to be trying to filter some of those questions out. At least here, your questions won't get filtered out. We'll just pass it on.
Oh yeah, we don't filter here. It's unfiltered.
It's very clear.
So yeah, this is not the good one. Where's the good? Yeah, so this is the kind of stuff I'm kind of messing around with, trying to lock in.
It's looking good, Mike.
We're getting there. I mean, we're slowly but surely, right? Like this leather is what I was kind of getting the handle on the other day. But let me open up a couple more. These.
And one of the things, like some of my conversations I've had with Ian and Paul, like their biggest thing with the renderer is like, how can you quickly convey an idea to a client and the look and feel, texture, when you're trying to pass on work or get approval on work. And I believe like a lot of what you're doing, it looks like that's what you're able to deliver on, and that's looking good. Like that's what you did there. It's not just simply pressing a button in Redshift, but you actually went through some of the materials and trying to convey, that looks like flesh.
Oh yeah.
The eyes, you have, I don't know if that's a missive that you have in the eye. I would like to see
it's interesting. That's only poly paint, believe it or not. That's a toy shader with poly paint, but the lighting makes it feel like there's an emissive in there that kind of gives it that cataract look, which is kind of nice. The thing that was crazy about this one is I actually went in and sculpted out all the blood and then used I've been toying around with trying to get something that looks like blood, but right now it's kind of like red glass. So I gotta dial that in, but just trying to get this locked in. You can see down here, the gloves weren't figured out in this one, but if we go back to this one, you can see that now I have the material that I've gotten for the gloves. So it's just figuring them out one at a time and putting it all together, basically, is the deal.
There you go.
Yep.
And so what are you going to be working on this model today?
I got his suit isn't like, you can just see like the little tiles or the scales and the rest of it look very plasticky because I haven't made a material for it yet. So all the finished pieces, and the stone and everything like that, but pretty happy with the leather bits. Like
I love the stitching on it.
Thanks. And the baby birds, I'm happy with those too.
Yeah,
we're getting there.
Happy with the baby birds.
Baby birds. Yep. So that's it. Just trying to figure it out. And I got some more tips from it. The thing that's kind of great about you guys tuning into our show is that I have a direct line to Paul and Ian about this stuff, and they're giving me tips as to how to make it run easier. I'm going to show you a couple things today that I will be, I'll also kind of go over on the 8th, but just to make it optimized so it runs smoother, faster, and you don't run into some of the problems that I kind of ran into just learning it. So that's it.
Cool.
Awesome.
Oops, sorry.
Nope, you're good. All right, let's get caught up a little bit with chat. Good morning, Marikat.
Hey, Marikat.
Hey. Andrew's on. Morning, Stylus Lee. What's going on, Andrew? Ram has an inflationary question. Where did you land on the Judge Dredd?
Inflationary? Is that what we want?
Did you finish? You finished it, right?
No. Listen, come on.
That's
There's levels to this. There's levels to this.
Inflationary.
I got a pretty, yeah, I'm as always, I'm about 98% of the way through with it. You know, I can't wait to throw that into Redshift and throw some materials in there. Maybe that'll be one of the things I do. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Hashtag goals.
Jamie B says, Raul, when are you going to learn some ZBrush and try to sculpt? I got to start with the fundamentals of stick figures first, and then kind of get it from there. But guys, comment down below if you want to see like a 0 to hero type video where I'm having trouble with spheres, and maybe like 15 years down the line I can make I can make something with it.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Orlando says, "Good morning, guys," or it just says "morning, guys." But I added some color in there.
You embellished.
Yeah, okay. I got it. Gus, what's? Oh, wait, what is that? Whoop. I got it. Whoop. Zombie cap looking good. Sorry about the whoop there, Gus.
There it is.
Yeah,
there it is. I saw what you did there.
Good night, everybody.
And then Orlando, by the way, really cool interview with Raphael. Thank you. Like we said earlier at the top of the stream, we have part 2 releasing next week, so just be on the lookout for that. Also, just another piece of housekeeping. Next week, next Saturday, January 28th, on that live stream is when we are going to announce the winner of the Intel laptop. So guys, if you haven't already done so, take a look at that video, give that video a like, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and comment in the comments of that video what your Discord name is so that we can find you. People not following those directions will not get a laptop. So, and I say it that way because I see a lot of people commenting on their not doing what was asked in the video. But everything that's in that video is extremely deliberate.
Yeah.
Extremely deliberate.
And we will take extreme precautions to make sure the right person gets, like, you can't scam us, all right? You can't, all right? You can try, but you can't, all right?
Also, a side note, none of us are on Telegram. Please don't be DMing nobody on Telegram. Please don't be sending money through Telegram.
Don't take job interviews on Telegram.
Don't do all of that.
If someone sends you emails telling you to go on Telegram, nobody's on Telegram. Nobody.
Nobody that's not doing anything nefarious. Right? So, guys, we're not on Telegram. We will announce the winner on stream. So if you get a message that says that you have won something, to claim it on Telegram, please let's use our higher intelligence and not go to Telegram and send credit card numbers or whatever it might be. So just some housekeeping items on that front. Also, guys, if you'll like the stream, subscribe to the channel. And the best way to support us right now is just to grab some Stylus League merch. So if you like what's going on, you like the community, the store is up. I did tinker with the store a little bit. Looks a little nicer now. So, guys, that's just the thing. How's everybody in chat doing? Happy Saturday.
Yeah.
So happy it's Saturday.
Yeah. You know what we haven't been doing for a while, and we haven't been doing this even while I'm not here, so that it hasn't been me. Pencils down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. About them pencils.
About them pencils.
Yeah, definitely.
So Mike, I haven't had a chance. Oh, go ahead. Sorry about that, sir.
No. I was gonna say, Paul showed me something or told me something. I was on the phone with him. That makes the Mac caps update faster. And I wish Ian was up and we're up and around because I need him here. But if anybody knows, let me know. Somewhere in the in ZBrush, there is an option to change your preview size for these little matte cap balls, the resolution of them. And right now they're set to 512. I want to bump them down to 128. And I don't know where that is. I can't find them.
I never knew that was a function.
I know. And it makes things move much, much faster. The only problem is it does not save with your file unless you save a Z project, but you can't, at the moment, you cannot set it up to default to the new size when you open ZBrush. So I just can't find that. But I have to find it because it makes things move really, really fast when you adjust all these little settings down here. So I need Ian. Ian, the Stylus League symbol's up in the clouds, bro. Don't fail your city.
Is Ian on the West Coast?
Yeah,
Yes.
he is.
Yeah,
he's been in here before.
It's 7:17. He probably another hour he'll be up.
Nope.
No, be here now.
Nope. I'm gonna text him. I'm texting him right now. Ian, wake up. Ian,
Ahora.
Ian,
Don't you
how you
text
change the
that, man.
size?
Brad's on. Brad says Zombie Cap has a nice apartment.
Yeah. He's moving on up.
Yeah. Moving up in life. He's a high value cap.
Pays well to be an Avenger. A dead one.
Now, guys, did you catch the Last of Us?
I did.
Oh yeah.
Hey, wait, is the new episode out now?
No, new episode will be out tomorrow.
Okay, because I'm about to leave you guys to go watch it.
We're about to get dropped, huh?
About to go now.
Yeah. What did you guys say? Try to remain spoiler free, but what did you guys think about it?
I thought it was
great.
I thought it was great. I played what's great is that they took the spirit of the game. They didn't go line by line, but they covered a lot of the lines.
Yeah, I was about to say in some places they actually did go line by line with the game.
Oh yeah, no, they did a whole lot of that. It was pretty cool actually.
Yeah. I think they did a great job. I'm still not convinced on the actress that they have playing Ellie.
You better leave the little girl from Bear Island alone.
I'm not that's I think she's it feels like it's forced. It does feel forced. Yeah. It feels kind of forced. But then when I saw that this is probably her second major role acting, so maybe she'll warm up into it. But it kind of I get it feels forced. Whatever it is, it feels forced.
Well, I mean, she has such badass energy that I think it's hard for her to turn it off. Right.
Okay. Well, Ellie is a badass, so that seems pretty appropriate.
Yeah, but she in the first game, she's very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, she grows into being someone who can definitely handle their own. And she has a facade but you can always see through it. Mm-hmm. What I'm having difficulty is seeing through the facade she's putting up.
Yeah.
So that would be my comment. There was, I think that the one scene where Tess is getting beat up by they introduced Tess. The acting there was a little off, but she did a great job of recovering that. And then outside of that, I think everything else was great with it. So I'm actually really enjoying it, really excited to see what they do with it.
Right now, it looks like they're definitely. I will see how the story goes. I think it's pretty good. I'm getting some Milo and Otis vibes. They're about to go across country and find their owners. But
well, I mean, as someone pointed out before, Pedro, right? His name's Pedro. Yeah. Pedro, this isn't the first time he takes a kid and travels across the galaxies for, right?
Yeah, they said that it's very Mandalorian-y.
Yeah, but he's so winning. Like, how Mandalorian season 3 is about to come out, and he has this. I'm like, come on, man.
And before that, he had Game of Thrones, Narcos. He's been in
kiss your agent. Like,
they're earning their money.
Like, your agent is winning.
Yeah, absolutely. Chat, did you guys catch the first episode of The Last of Us? Try to remain spoiler free, but what did you guys think? Did you guys think that it's a faithful adaptation of the game? I mean, the opening was. I'm not sure I needed that extended opening though.
I actually like that part.
Yeah, I know why they did it. But I'm not. I like the first episode was an hour and 20 minutes. I want to say, and I don't think it had to be that long.
Okay.
To convey what they were trying to convey. As a matter of fact, where Joel is burning one of the bodies is where they wanted to end the first episode. And HBO HBO
I watched that too.
No. They're like, no, you can't end here. And when they ask why, they're like, people won't come back. People won't come back. You got to make sure that people come back.
Wait, but that was early. That was early on in like.
They wanted to split it into the next part. That was going to be. They weren't going to introduce Ellie until the next part.
They were not going to introduce Ellie until the second episode.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that would have been bad.
Yeah.
Although I will tell you this: if they released both parts on the same day, I would have been down for that because I think it would have punctuated. Okay. It would have punctuated how terrible the world is.
Yeah.
Did we say spoiler alert on this? We should have said spoiler alert.
Wait, I'm purposefully staying away from any major spoilers.
Specific stuff? Okay.
Yeah,
right, cool.
Yeah. Any major spoilers. Jamie says, nice first episode and the intro to a hopefully good series. I really want Pedro to play Burt Reynolds in a biopic. I can see it. I could actually see that.
He could probably be him.
Yeah, I could actually see that. But
because I'm coming to the realization that possibly having an episode where I figure out rendering is not the most compelling television here. It's that first render, even on this little tiny section, the first render is taking dumb long. So maybe I'm going to switch over to something else.
What is specifically giving you problems right now?
Well, it's not problems, but when you do your first render, what it's doing is it's calculating everything in the scene, and then it kind of caches it so that when you do renders after the first one,
it's quicker.
It's supposed to move faster, yeah. But if this is what's going on for just this little tiny box, I'm worried. I have run into issues where I need to
do that before we got on. That's all I heard. You could do
man, shut up, dude. I was getting coffee. I was getting coffee in my handy Stylus League cup. Where's your Stylus League cup? I don't see you with a Stylus League cup, son.
No, why?
You're not supporting it. You're not down for the cause.
Why I gotta shut up?
Actually, not a company man today. I just
see. Look at that. Nothing Stylus League. This guy. Yeah, I would probably sit back in the cut and just be quiet if I was you. You didn't get the memo. You didn't get the memo, son. Paper airplane haircut. You working for Jay now? Is that what you're doing?
Pardon Jay.
See? All right. Well, you when
Here's the thing. Monday through Friday, I wear Stylus League gear like in every like Bungie meeting. I'm wearing it all day, every day.
That's great. Do we broadcast Monday through Friday?
Just so you know, I had to quickly. I woke up at 6:30 this morning. Take my lovely daughter to a basketball game.
I love how Raul has it right up on your grill, so we can see the expressions as you're just spinning this web of intrigue and lies.
That was the idea.
I'm always wearing company.
I wish we could full frame him. Raul, full frame him. Get his face bigger on the.
I can't. That's OBS. Yeah.
I wish that Raul could take over and make your face nice and big.
You know what? God bless you.
Let's get a polygraph overlay and put it over the screen.
I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need you to know how little I care right now. I don't want to live with that. I don't want to live with that.
Yeah,
There you go. There you go.
That's the clip. Linton Macklin. By the way, welcome, Linton.
Hey.
Watch the first episode with Raphael Phillips and can't wait for more interviews. Love the content. Thank you very much, Linton.
Nice.
Yeah, we really appreciate that you came out, you watched the video, and you're here on stream. This is the first time I see you in chat, so welcome to the Stylus League. Maybe you've been here forever.
And if you guys have had a chance to follow Raphael on Instagram, that's where he posts it's a book. Like, I would definitely get a chance, go through there. If you have any questions about his work that you're curious on, prepare it for February so you can ask it.
What would you guys say was your favorite part of that interview?
All of it, man. Like
no, cop out. Next.
No. I'm gonna answer it, but I learned so much. But
okay. Yeah, favorite, as in there's a star there. What's your favorite part of the interview?
I like the part that was everything. No, my favorite part on it was getting to walk through his process on all of his work, because Bradley and I, I'll speak for both of us on this one. We like seeing how the sausage is made, right? So and also kind of picking up other people's workflow and just seeing that it's different from our own. So that was cool, seeing how he worked on Black Panther for Sideshow. That was crazy. And then seeing some of his work in Substance Painter that we're gonna kind of show later.
So that sounds like all of those were in the second half. In the second half of the interview.
Did you want from the first part? Okay, well, from the first part, then I liked. I like how he. Well, hey, listen, man, you got to tease him with the stuff that's coming out. So the one that we just released, my favorite part was hearing about how he started off at a AAA game company and then decided to take a break and go out into the wilderness and find himself for a few years before he came back and jumped right back into a top tier company. Yeah. So yeah.
Jamie says spoilers, Mike.
Sorry.
Mike's favorite part is the part that nobody saw.
The part that nobody's seen yet.
This exclusive.
Hey, listen. Tune in next bat channel, bat time. On the same bat channel for
all the things. Ram says my favorite part was how real he is and selfless with his knowledge and journey to how he got to his level.
It's true.
Yes,
it's true.
Yep. And then we have Amiga Star. Hello, all. Hey. Bradley, what was your favorite part, ideally, from the first interview?
Of course. What I loved is learning that becoming a Swiss Army knife is probably the way to go, and seeing someone that has done games, that have done VFX, that's done statue work, it reinforces that all the processes and things that I've learned and that I'm implementing will never go to waste, right? So becoming that is one of my goals, and to see someone that I can relate to, and know that it's a long journey. It's not going to be you're not going to get it right away, and it takes time. Everything takes time, and that if you keep at it, you'll end up where you want to be.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah. Wait, what's going on?
I was looking for the wrap it up button. Wrap it up, B. Wrap it up, B.
The hook? I haven't programmed the hook yet.
You didn't do?
But that was good. That was great. Thank you, Bradley. Thank you for your insights.
You jerk. You jerk. You didn't even follow the homework assignment. You're going to get on me to talk about my
Bradley and I have been trading punches all morning. That's just where we are this morning. Sometimes this is how brothers do. Sometimes you wake up and you're just mad. You just lean over and punch the other brother right in the head for no reason.
He needs motivation today. I'm his motivation today.
That's what we're doing today.
Yeah, what you guys just witnessed is a coffee kicking in.
That's right. That's right.
Jerk.
Well, Walt says it's a teaser, not a spoiler. Yeah, I would agree. That was a teaser trailer.
Well, don't encourage his.
Don't be mad because Walt is team Mike T.
We're picking sides. We're picking sides.
Hey, did anybody notice recently? Okay, so in 2023, this is the thing that I get. You guys might notice it. So if I go to, I poly painted all this Luke Cage, right? But if the material that I used isn't loaded into ZBrush when I load the thing, when I load the Z tool, it does this thing where it changes to this weird X-ray blue. And it looks like I lost my, like all of the paint brushes are on. So it looks like I lost my poly paint. And that's not actually the case if you guys run into this problem. All you have to do is just switch back to the flat color, right? And then if you go to material and go color fill, it should bring back your poly paint. So let's do the eyes. I believe I have poly paint on those. So color fill.
The weird error that I have is that nothing, I cannot, my startup material will not, even though I save my startup material, it will not load my startup material. It keeps loading with the red wax.
Oh, yeah, mine works. But yeah, so there you go. So now I have my poly paint back. So if you ever run into that thing, I don't know if I'm the only one that gets it, but don't panic. Just fill the object. And if you want to fill everything at once with that flat color, if I go to Z plugin and Subtool Master and go to fill. Well, first let's pick the color, right? So let's go to flat color, and you want to make sure that you set it just for material, not color, because it'll overwrite your poly paint. And then I just hit OK. It'll go through and it'll fill all of my subtools with that flat color, right? And then now that that's done, I can click on startup material, and there I have everything back to whatever the default is that I click on, right? Say I love red wax. Did I delete my red wax? Oh, Bradley, I deleted my red wax. I forgot to tell you that. You know, you can do that.
Maybe if I do that, it'll stop selecting the red wax, and it might select my startup material.
Yeah, yeah. Anybody that uses ZBrush knows that red wax is the bane of everyone's existence. It was never a good idea ever, but somehow it still lives. So yeah.
By the way, Minichick Studio says, thanks, Mike. Had this issue yesterday.
Oh, fantastic. I'm glad I helped. Yeah, there's a whole lot of things that are, they need to be addressed, but they're working on them.
I don't know.
All right.
Oh, so if anybody wonders why I jumped back to Luke Cage, by the way.
Yeah, I was wondering, actually.
Yeah, I have this. I started, this is actually a new version. This is actually a new version right here. But I started poly painting. I'm in the Matrix.
Poly painting, yeah, good job.
I started painting my guy here. If anybody is on Discord and looking, you can see that everything looked like the shoes 2 days ago, which was just a primer color. And what I've been doing is masking and painting and hand painting like the stripes on the legs and the fire and all this. So I'm in the process of finishing this guy. I was showing Raul earlier too. Man, it looks great on the camera for the first time. That's nice. Yeah. I was showing Raul earlier too. In order to get some of this stuff clean, like this neckline on his collar and everything, I for the first time I started using magnets. And so these magnets really, like, I can just pop this thing in and it's fine. Same deal with the arm.
Do you think that also makes the model more durable too? So like if anything were to ever happen to it, like if you were to drop it or something like that, it would actually break apart at the magnets as opposed to breaking chunks off of it?
So listen, very, very good segue. I actually, so I've been working on this thing super late into the night, and what happened was I fell asleep on the couch, and then what I normally do so my cat doesn't mess this thing up is I will take him and put him inside of my display case at the end of the night and close the glass, and he can't touch it. And the display case is maybe like 4 or 5 feet off the ground. So I go to put him in. I don't have my glasses on. Without my glasses, I'm blind as a bat. And only his back foot is on the glass. So, you know, I let go. He falls 4 feet, slams on the ground. His head, just like Raul said, his head fell off. His arm fell off. But surprisingly, the only part that broke was the tip right here, which I'm surprised this whole thing didn't break. His collar, on the other hand, shattered. So that's why the inside of it now is primer, because I had to piece that back together and then fill it and sand it so you couldn't see it anymore. But it shattered into like 4 pieces. Okay. So,
but it was probably going to be a whole lot worse had it not had break points and it already built.
100%. Yeah, no, it would have been terrible. But yeah, so I want to print out my Luke now to go with this. So that was a long story long. Long story long.
All right. Bradley, have you printed anything recently?
No, I need to. There's some crochets I need to print.
You need to print your own stuff, homie.
Yeah. One day.
Print that. What's his name? Not Reverse Flag. The Red Death.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Bradley. I'm going to give you all a little behind the scenes, a little inside baseball. Raul had finished our YouTube trailer intro, and he was ready to pop it up. And Bradley was like, "Hey, I want to add some more stuff to it." So he ended up pulling. Originally, the Red Death wasn't going to be in there. He added the Red Death, and if you haven't seen the trailer intro for our YouTube, go check it out. I think that's the best piece on the whole thing. Like the lighting, the color, he kind of put his foot in now.
It does look great.
Yeah. I don't give him compliments, so that hurt me. It hurt me to do that. But.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
That took a lot of energy, huh?
That's making up for being so mean to you earlier.
Yeah.
I appreciate that,
DK is on the stream. Hey, DK. How's it going? Well.
What's up?
Sup, DK?
No,
so Bradley, what are you working on right now?
I'm so excited to try the new Substance Painter Baker till it's not even funny. I'm trying to hurry up.
Tell me. So Bradley hit me up the other day telling me how game changing this was. Tell me why. I watched the video and it looks cool, but I don't understand why it's so great to have its own section now. What's so great about it?
Okay. So
if you can show some of the stuff, can you scrub through the video that they showed and give people an idea of what you're talking about?
Sure.
There's no music or nothing in that video, is there?
No.
You won't hear it anyway because I'm just gonna show it on my screen. So, where is it? I was going back and forth with some people at work about it too. It's I think it's just as big as ZBrush getting Redshift inside. It's big. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Where is it? I saved that video. History. Here we go. All right. So the coolest thing about this, and so before in Substance Painter, if in order for you to clean out any baking errors, there was this section here where it had it's right here. They had this fallout distance, this frontal distance, this rear distance to kind of correct baking errors. One thing that Toolbag has, not only did it had a cage so you can adjust. Sometimes you really just need to adjust your cage. And Substance Painter didn't have a visual cage on how far you're adjusting things to actually correct errors. And sometimes you can change the frontal and rear distance. Because there was no visual representation of it, you were just guessing, right? So you were guessing how large and how wide you are adjusting. Let me go where they actually show the cage. So there's this wireframe that's happening here. This is the cage I'm referring to. So the blue is the actual high model, the high density model, and then what you see underneath it where it's peeking through, that's your low res. And the cage is the projection distance. Substance Painter didn't have a visual representation of this adjustment cage. You were just guessing if you were going too far or too close. And if you only need to fix like a certain area, you could be adjusting larger than you need to and create areas elsewhere. And for those who bake, Substance Painter is the only tool that I know that will allow you to bake multi-UDEMs easy. And Toolbag, you can only bake one UDEM, which allows you to, like, if you look at my Guyver, because I was going to bake inside of Toolbag, everything's these small little pieces, like my shoulder pieces. Right, this shoulder is by itself versus being together because I'm using an individual UDEM for each one. If I would put both shoulders inside of a Toolbag, I would need to have it like really small UV space. So the fact that I can now bake inside of Substance better is a game changer, because now I don't have to do shit like this. I can just put it like in another UDEM space and bake that way, versus creating all this different sub tools to get higher density in my models. Like it's amazing. Like it's like
I'm gonna have to watch you, like, even with you explaining it. I'm one of those people, because I don't use Substance Painter the way that everybody else does. I'm gonna have to watch you do that in order to understand what you just said.
Yeah, if you bake a lot, like, you understand like how game changing this is.
Hey, Bradley.
Yep.
I'm not a player. I just bake a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Only tool that I don't see that's here that Toolbag has is the offset, the paint offset. But maybe we'll see. Maybe the way their algorithm is running and their cage adjustment, maybe I won't need it. We'll see. But I'm really excited to get to this.
Super cool. We have Joe Joba's on. Says hi. What's up, Joe Joba?
What's going on?
So in chat, how many of you guys are using the new version of ZBrush? Is that's out, right? Or is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it's out.
How many of you guys are using the new version 2023 ZBrush? And what do you guys think so far? Now moving over here, Mike. What are you doing here?
I found my Luke Cage that's posed, and this is the pose that Brad Grotman had actually kind of helped me out with. I am now, before I cut and key this thing, I want to get him in the most dynamic thing I could, the dynamic pose that I can. So I'm just tweaking it just a little bit, and then I'm going to go in and cut and key this guy. So I'm in Transpose Master. That's why it has all the same colors on here.
Okay. Walt says, Bradley just convinced me to do my transformer in UDIMS. I watched my lead character artist struggle with baking on the regular. Oh, the pain on his face.
Yup.
Shane says that he is on 2023. Loves it.
Shane, what are some of your favorite features about the update? Tell us what you like the most. And that goes for everybody. Like, if you guys are using it and there are things that you think are game changers, or things that you're like, I'm not really feeling this, it'd be interesting to know what your take is.
Yeah. Along the lines of adaptations, kind of going back to shows, I actually started and finished this week, and I don't normally do that. Arcane. Did you guys ever watch Arcane?
Oh,
yeah. The end of it was dope.
Yeah, I killed that the week it came out.
Yeah.
So my understanding is that unlike most other video game adaptations, like that actually elevated the source material. That the the actual lore to League of Legends wasn't as good as what the TV show conveyed.
I didn't even
never
know it was
played
from
League.
League of Legends. Like, I didn't even know it was that. Like, I liked it based off of what I saw. Like, I didn't even know. I had to look it up.
Yeah, I never played League of Legends, but I was just like, the characters were so compelling, and that art style. Oh my gosh, dude!
Oh yeah, that art style was great.
The way that they painted the I don't know if she's a princess or what, but the black girl that had the like the little dots on her face, that was beautiful. Like, looked so good, man.
Yeah, so DK says, I haven't gotten it yet, but that masking stuff looks really helpful. And Jamie says, still on 2022, but really want the mask fill options.
Mask fill is dope. Like, that is like being able to like quickly mask out areas. And if you guys, anybody in here, let me know if anybody in here doesn't know what that is, and I'll just do a quick little
just do it.
little
Do
demo.
it anyway.
Let's
do it
do it.
anyway.
I'm kind of doing something, man. All right,
see, why would you offer and not be ready? All right.
this dude.
God.
This dude. All right, so let's come over here to this guy. If I lose my transpose, I'm gonna be very angry with you, dude.
How about you quick save?
Control S.
I should be very cross with you, Bradley.
Oh, I gotta pre-order my Harry Potter. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh boy.
Hogwarts.
What is
All right,
that?
so let's
Yeah, all right.
so let's come over here and look at Luke and
Why are they pointing at me?
get on his chest here. All right, so if I were to grab my mask pin, right? And let's say I have some, oops, not that, the pin. Okay. So let's say I have like some logo on his chest, right? Not what it is. Wait a second. Okay, let's do something appropriate.
What were you gonna do?
I don't know.
All right.
All right. Something that might have been appropriated by someone. I don't know. But anyway, here we go.
You know,
All
we
right,
can't
so-
use Punisher no more.
All right, so let's say I wanted to now I wanted to fill this, right? Before I would have to go in and I would have to like paint in all these areas, or I'd use the lasso and I would kind of, go around and do this kind of a thing. But the problem with doing it this way is it goes all the way through the model, right?
Oh yeah.
So what I can do with this, I have my mask pin. If I go to, and I put all of my 2023 features in a folder so I can find them. That's kind of cool. But now what I can do is I can go and if I don't want to confuse this because I have multiple shapes in here, I can now just kind of, let's put a dot here, a dot here, dot here, right? If I go analyze region, and then fill region, it should fill those areas. Supposed to.
Only when you're trying to show it off does it not work.
Yeah, hold on. I need a bigger canvas. Let's go to this big back. There you go. Now let's just see if it works. So fill region. All right. So I'm gonna put a little dot here. Fill region. Hell, dude. Auto region. Maybe I have to do this first. Region. All right, there you go. So there's that. So now let's say I have multiple things in here, right? Like this face, and I don't want to confuse it. What I can do is if I put a dot in the areas that I want to fill, it should only fill those areas. So let's see. Analyze, fill.
Can I also say I need you to stop aping my art style?
Yeah, exactly. This is actually Rick and this is actually my Morty. This is my Morty over here. Let's do little squiggly eyes. I don't know why this is not working. Let's see. Fill region. Okay. All right. Well, that was weird. All right. So if you put a dot in it and hit fill region, it'll fill those areas, right? So it knows where to go. So let's undo that. In this area, fill region. There you go. All right, so it's working now. I don't know what was going on. But yeah, so if you imagine you have like super complicated, things that you have going on. Let's see if it will autofill. Yeah, but if I only want it to fill certain parts, analyze should do it. Fill region should. I don't know what the hell. It's acting weird this morning. Normally it works like a charm. So there you go. You're welcome, internet. Let's go back here. Let's see if I lost my guy. Ooh, Bradley. Upset at you, son.
What'd I do?
Everything.
Okay. I'm okay. You know what, Mike? Sometimes there are people that just want to watch the world burn.
Say that every show.
So Mini Chick Studio says, I'm on 2023 too. I love most, but they wait, what? Unalived? Unalived?
Unalived?
Unalived? Symmetrical scaling
They
in place?
got rid of symmetrical scaling.
Which I was using all the time.
Wait, what help me understand that? Like, what do you mean they got rid of symmetrical scaling?
What do you mean by that? Because I haven't had a problem with it.
Yeah, it looks like Joe Joba is still on 21. He's like,
okay,
23.
Hey Joe, you kind of putting yourself out there, man, because all the updates were free up until 2022.
You better. I know somebody that better update his ass off, like son.
You might want to get that update, bro.
You might want to get on that ASAP, bro.
You might want to. I assure you, 2022 is safe.
You're gonna wake up and all that stuff is gonna be gone.
Straight gone.
I put my 2022, my install, my old school serial number. I put that on a drive somewhere. I made 3 copies of it.
That's right.
I made 3 copies of it.
So IDK says on 2022 because apparently it's like $650 to update the perpetual license. By the way,
going to perpetual license is a bad business move. Period. Even if you got $650 to just throw away, don't do it. It doesn't make any sense. It makes absolutely no sense.
And by the way, welcome to the stream, IDK. I don't think I've seen you on here today, so welcome. Thank you for your engagement.
Because, bro, a year subscription, if you pay it up front, is $350.
Okay.
And the perpetual is $650, and you only get upgrades for that year. So like
you get updates, not upgrades.
Yes,
right?
Right. But you get to keep your outdated version for $650. Oh my
yeah, that's
they did the Apple thing, like for $100 more, you get the biggest. You can go like get the real MacBook.
That's DVD or Blu-ray versus Netflix, right? Like at a certain point, we gotta let go. At a certain point, we gotta let go.
I just noticed the other day. I didn't even realize this. Right, so Netflix is they're smart at how they do this. I have it set up to do auto pay every month. And I was like, oh, I want 4K, the 4K stuff. So I got that.
You didn't have the 4K option before?
I've had it forever, right? Okay. But my daughter, I have her as one of my. You also get like 4 licenses or whatever, like 4 people that could have it. So my daughter was like, hey, Dad, what's the Netflix thing? So I go back and I check it, and she's in college or whatever. So I was just like, hey, listen, don't share my thing. Like Netflix is cracking down on password sharing, this, that, and the third.
Everybody's got it.
So I go to look at my account just to see how much I'm paying. I didn't know it was $20 a month, dude. Like $20 a month. I don't remember it being that much.
Yeah, I'm on somebody's Netflix account, so I have no idea.
I don't know. The Stylus League does not condone what Raul just said.
It's the same thing you just did. You just said that you have
on one of their the ones that they have. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah. So,
I got you. You know
well worth it. I think Netflix is worth that. They have.
No, it's worth it. Yeah, no, it's worth it. I just watched this thing last night called Jung E, which is kind of dope. Jung E or whatever. This is Korean sci-fi kind of Ghost in the Shell type of a thing, which was really kind of dope. If anybody's seen it. Pretty cool.
Is it animation?
No. It's live action mixed with CG. And the robots look like Furio Tedeschi did them, like really beautiful robot design or mech design.
Is this a recommendation?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a slow burn at first. Like it takes a while to get into it, but if for no other reason than looking at the design of the robots, it's pretty sweet.
Okay, I just found it. Jung_E.
Yeah.
For anybody who's looking for what it looks like.
Save.
It's this. An official Mike Thompson.
Oh, what? I want to see that. That looked dope.
Yeah.
It does look dope. Yeah.
So going back, hold on. Mini Chick says, because this is going back to when we were saying you should probably control S what you're doing. She says, yeah, the save option rocks. Yeah, that's a good thing they added.
I like that new addition, save.
To the piece of software. Shane is saying, loving the fact that it's fast on my M1 MacBook Pro, like messing in Redshift, but not got a serious render in yet. Okay, so he's messing around with it in Redshift, but he hasn't gotten a proper render in.
I feel like that's where everybody is right now.
Yeah, everybody's like that right now.
He also does comment that the save button is lovely, and that like that Z remesher is a lot quicker.
So, like the way that the save works, it's like it doesn't increment. It's automatically do it for those who are like super organized or have like lots of iterations or make iterations. Mm-hmm. Like if you, Guyver 01, if you do a save next, it'll do Guyver 02. And then save next Guyver 03. Like it's automatically doing it like that. So that's what's great about it.
Okay. Well, that's a good upgrade.
Yeah, because I manually do that. Like if I can save like coming to the keyboard, that's amazing.
So it looks like Mini Chicks was trying to help out with the dots. She's saying that need to analyze before the dots.
Analyze before the dots. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. All right, let's go back. Back.
Hannibal says, Mike, it's bugged. Tried to use it last night. It just filled the whole tool every time.
And about the masking.
Let's.
HDR and HDR is don't affect my tool. Y'all need
analyze region first.
Y'all need Grammarly.
Analyze region first. Hey, how dare you?
Hey, you don't be talking about people like that.
Here you go. All right, no. Minute checks just solved our problem. Okay, so listen, you analyze first, right? So look here, check this out. So, right? Okay, so now analyze the region. Then you put your little dots in now, and now fill. Oops.
Damn.
Fill. Hold
on. You might need to analyze again.
Yeah, you're right. All right. And let's do something like this. Okay. So now analyze region and put a dot here, here, and fill. There you go. It works fine.
Yeah, it looks good.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Minute Checks.
There you go. Hannibal also says, good morning, gents. Good morning, Hannibal. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. Walt says, thanks for clarifying that, Bradley. Whatever that might be at the moment.
I bring clarity to the world.
You do a lot of things, yeah.
Why you gotta say like that, man?
Mini Chick says,
did not make me feel confident.
You could scale symmetrical items in place with local symmetry and placing gizmo where you wanted it. Now local sim scales with Gizmo as symmetry line. So the side scales okay. The second goes out of place.
You know, I have not even I'm not even touching this for another 2 updates. That whole, because what they're doing is very, it's a bold move. You know what I'm saying? Like in the words of Mr. Grotman, it's a bold step. So what I would say is I'm going to wait until all the kinks are worked out of that before I get into really using that feature a lot. You know, having symmetry on things that are out of symmetry, yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Okay, there you go. Yep, there you go.
Shane says Jung E was awesome, and DK
cool, right?
says Korean movies go hard. So is this a Korean movie? I mean,
yes, sir. Yeah, so I am a giant fan of the first. It's a movie called The Witch, and it's basically it's this Korean movie about this girl that has powers, but it's a whole bunch of kids. It's almost like the program that X-23 is in, you know, in the comics, where if they like the kids have mutant powers and the government gets a hold of them and tries to manipulate them to turn them into weapons. One girl gets out and she just causes havoc. So if you haven't seen The Witch, I think it's called The Witch Subversion, Part 1 Subversion or something like that. Part 2's all right.
Where is that at? Is that on Netflix too?
That was on Netflix. I think it was on Netflix for a minute, but I bought the movie. You can probably find it on something for free now, like Hulu or something.
Does it look like this? Hold on.
No, it's not that one. It's The Witch. It's The Witch Subversion, I think is the name of it. That is, Part 1. That's it. Yep. Okay. Dude, the fighting scene. So, man, the Korean movies, the fighting scenes are freaking amazing. So that movie we were just talking about on Netflix that just dropped yesterday. She's fighting robots, but she goes so hard in the paint, dude. It's crazy. Flying knee kicks.
And you're saying
90% of the movies.
You're saying the second one wasn't as good because it says Part 1. So you're saying Part 2 was mediocre?
Part 1 I waited for 2 years, and when it came out, I got to tell you, I didn't like it as much. It was okay, but I think the first one really was amazing.
Okay. All right. What was that other Korean movie that won? Was it like a couple of years ago? Parasite?
Yeah, Parasite they won an award. It won like an Oscar, right?
Yeah, like pretty good. Best movie of the year or something like that, right?
Yeah, Parasite was dope. Yeah. They say it's a comedy. I don't even understand where that.
What?
The end of it was brutal, man.
I've only seen trailers, and nothing about those trailers made it look like a comedy to me.
Hulu does this thing where they just mislabel the shit out of all their movies. Like they'll have like Halloween. Michael Myers is a thriller. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, some weird Dave Chappelle in romantic comedy.
Romantic comedy. That's funny for a stand-up, right? Like come straight up mislabeling.
Yeah, straight up. Just wrong.
So Jamie B says, how do you make up handy folders like that, Mike?
You're talking about up here where I have the new features?
2023 folder, yeah.
Yeah, so there's an amazing hey Raul, can you look up you know what, I had a hard time finding it. I'll just show you. So Pablo Munez, the guy that does ZBrush guides, has a video for setting up your UI. And basically what I did was I went to the if you look in ZBrush, let's see. If you look in ZBrush, there should be a PDF with the under documents, actually, documentation. So there is a what's new in 2023, right? So if I open this up, I can go through and find all of the things. I'm notoriously like terrible at when they come up with an update. I'd be like, oh, that feature's dope, but I will forget that it's there. So there's all these things that I never use because I forget that they're there. So if we come over here and kind of scroll through, we can see here are the things that are new. Mask region, ZRemesher, slime bridge, whatever. So I find all these things, and then if you go down to where they explain how to use them, like mask region, we were just showing how right here. I'll put this on a second screen, and then in ZBrush, let's move this over here. In ZBrush, what I can do is I can wait for this thing. Any day now. So mask region, I'm probably going to look under masking. So over here and go to masking, click on that and look down here by feature, mask region. All right, so they added mask region to your main masking folder. If I click on that and open it up, here are the new buttons: auto region, analyze region, fill region. So what I did was I went to preferences, clicked on config, and I hit enable customize. So anyone who hasn't, I kind of call this building your own lightsaber, right? So like if there are features that you like to use and use them all the time, rather than using the vanilla version of ZBrush and having to hunt for them, you can dock them in a place that makes sense. So all these brushes are brushes I use all the time, all these features, blah, blah, blah. So now that I have enable customize turned on, I can go to customize UI, right? And here, these are all, right now they have colors to them, and you can see them over here. All those are spacers. So what I can do is I can maybe grab a spacer or whatever. What I would do first is click on create new menu, and I want to call this like Stylus League LEAGUE demo. I can't talk at the same time. All right, so Stylus League demo is my new folder, and that's going to show up. It should show up. There you go. It's right there at the top. So if I click on it and I drag it over here, it should show up. Here you go. Stylus League demo. Now this is empty. There's nothing in here. But what I can do at this point is I can come over to the feature that I want, which is my masking, and I can hold down, I believe it's Control Shift, and drag. Nope, sorry. What is it? It's there you go. It's Control Alt, and drag this over to here and drop it. So if I open up this, see now it's in here. Okay, and then I can go and grab something else, analyze region, drag it and drop it where I want, and then fill region, drag it and drop it where I want. Right. So now if I save this, it's going to be where it's going to be there every time. And the reason you would want to use those spacers that we had earlier is, say I want to put in something new, right? So I'll grab this spacer here and drop it underneath. Okay, now I can go and find the next feature and drag that over. It's just the thing that's important when you're doing this is to go and make sure that you go back to config when you're done and turn off enable customize. Now see the colors, the spacers just turned invisible now. There's just a gap where I want them. And now that we have that, you can go you can go save UI, and then you label it, right? So I do like show UI, okay, and hit save, and that's saved. But if you want it to load when you start ZBrush, you need to go store config, and then that will save your custom UI as the default UI that loads every time you start ZBrush. So there you go.
That's amazing, man. Good. Like, I'm sure that's going to help out quite a few people.
Yeah, it's a great way to organize your stuff. And for me, like I said, there's so many things that I forget are even in ZBrush, that it's good for me.
Yeah. Is this the here? I'll move myself to solo. Oh wait, nope. That moved you. I'm gonna move myself to solo. Is this the video?
What's it called?
Creating a custom ZBrush UI that works from
Yes,
Pablo
please share.
Munez?
Share that. Pablo, if you're not following ZBrush guides and Pablo, you have to do that. Like he drops so many gems. Yeah, he's amazing. So much free information.
Don't leave this stream to watch.
Yeah, I'll do it now.
But,
do it later.
Save the link and watch later. Open it up in another tab or something like that. Yeah, you said you had issues finding it, and I said challenge accepted.
Okay. Nicely done.
You guys already know my search prompts are on point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro is his internet skills are god tier.
Yeah, it's what he does.
All right, so Amiga Star says, have you guys tried Mudbox, and what's your take on it?
No comment.
I actually like Mudbox. I think that it's underrated. I used it back when I was working on my Hulk, and it was pretty dope. Now the only thing about it is Substance Painter has come out and out Mudboxed Mudbox. That being said, it's a pretty sweet application, I think.
So Bradley, is that your take? Anything you can do in Mudbox, you can just do.
It's just. So when I was learning 3D, like I had a choice. I had a friend who was really good, and his 100% of his focus was Mudbox, and he would like tell me how stupid it was that I was using ZBrush because of how like it's in Mudbox's interface and movement is pretty traditional to like traditional 3D modeling and 3D application. Going to ZBrush, like learning to use ZBrush is literally like someone trying to learn how to use Blender from like Maya at the time. Like, and it's different, but like I had a hard time, because I was so invested. I was so invested in learning ZBrush, and I spent so much time getting used to how different and like ZBrush back in like early, before it started going like R4, R6, or it wasn't super intuitive. I don't think ZBrush now is still from a navigation super intuitive. You just learn the language, but yeah, it's okay. Like I wasn't a fan of Mudbox's UI. I didn't like the brush system, but
it's funny. The problems that Bradley has with Mudbox, I have with 3D Coat. I've owned 3D Coat forever, and I never use it because the UI is so terrible. Like it reminds me of Windows. What was before Windows 7? Windows 98.
XP,
You know what I mean?
XP.
Well, no, not even XP. Yeah, it's Windows 98. Windows 98.
Windows 98. All right.
Yeah. I wish it was XP.
Properly back. Yep. My first OS was 95. That was the first OS I ever worked on in the family computer. Ram says Mudbox is awesome, and Amiga Star says thanks guys on giving your take. Now, guys, it's 11:15 Eastern over here. Do we want to jump into what's good? Yeah.
Yep. And I know you might.
Yes.
I am prepared to go a little over today, Mike, if you want. But just a heads up. It depends on how you feel.
Okay. I know I'm gonna drop at
that's cool.
Noon, so family plans. So Bradley, do you have a what's good?
What I'm gonna do, and I'm trying to quickly get into Substance Painter. Will probably be my what's good. I'm not there yet. So not yet. But
okay.
My what's good is Substance Painter's update.
Okay.
I'm just trying to give it something to bake.
What about you, Mike?
I don't really have one this week. I'm still enjoying my Akira box set. That's what I talked about last week. I talked about that last week, right?
You did, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I love that. I really haven't been anywhere. I haven't left my place all week. I know I have some deliveries over at my fiance's place that I wanted to talk about, but I haven't picked them up yet. So yeah. Last of Us is what's good. We already talked about it.
Yeah, Last of Us is a what's good. For me, the updates to the Stylus League store and making that look cleaner and more intuitive.
The interview with Raphael was really good. Like that was not only to like promote it, but just Raphael. One of the viewers called it out earlier. Like he's a really real nice dude. You know what I mean? And one of the great things about what we just very genuine, right? Like, so one of the great things about our profession, and I think I talk about this in the interview, is that we run into really nice people, man, who are amazingly talented. And he's that guy.
And then you run into the Mike Thompsons.
And then you run into me, like the complete a-holes who just incredibly full of themselves.
Yeah.
Just unearned sense of entitlement. You know what I'm saying?
Unearned sense of entitlement.
Yeah.
You know, you can earn your entitlement.
Facts. Big facts.
Yeah. But I mean, for me, that's, getting back into the swing of things, losing my jet lag is really my what's good.
How long did it take you to like really get back into the swing of 2 weeks?
2 whole weeks for me to get back into the swing. It's actually the longest that it's ever taken me to recover, but I'm also the oldest I've ever been trying to recover. So, and that is also the first time I travel with 2 small children. So yeah, that's definitely a thing. Mini Chicks threw in her what's good. My what's good is that I've ordered myself a new Mac Studio. The what's bad is that it's gonna take 4 weeks to arrive.
That's a long wait.
And so which one did you have the first Mac Studio? Just curious.
Didn't they release the new M2 Mac Minis?
That's what I'm curious about, because I looked at because I have a MacBook Pro and nothing about what they released drove me to like, I feel like I need to like change my hardware. Like, I'm just curious.
Yeah. So which Mini Chicks, which tier of Mac Studio did you get? Because if you got the like base tier, it from everything that I saw, it's kind of comparable to like the top end Mac Mini with the M2 Pro. Am I wrong in saying that? Like I thought I saw analysis where there's like overlap there.
There's a good chance that she probably had she already had a high spec. What's great is
she's on a 2015 iMac. So
do it.
So you're gonna love.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
You gotta be feeling that.
You made that one. You made that system sing. That is money well spent. You wore that out.
Yep. That I love to see it. I love to see people that don't upgrade every half year.
Okay, and she has the stronger M1. So you have the M1 Max. Is that what you're buying, or is that what you currently have?
That has to do with what she's buying. Yeah, because that's in the studio.
Okay, so yeah, that's a good deal. Like, did they bring the prices down on it when they released the M2s?
Not yet. No. But I think they did bring down the prices on the M1 Mac Pros, the 14 and the 16. Okay. I think you could get the 14 for like $1,600 on Best Buy. Okay. Or something along those lines, and that, like, arguably that's an amazing deal, really. Yeah. So Ram says that surprises me, Mike. Watching your method made watching your method made using 3D Coat easier for me and Mudbox too.
What do you mean? Please
So
explain.
you were saying that you didn't like
the UI?
Yeah, that you didn't like 3D Coat or Mudbox like that.
Right. Well, no, I don't. No, I like
Mudbox. Yeah,
Mudbox. Yeah, no 3D Coat. So two things about 3D Coat. It's a very powerful app that does really great stuff, and I paid for it. Right. The reason that I never use it is that the tutorial videos for it, you know, God bless this dude. I know he's a nice guy. He's got to be a good guy. Probably has a great family. Boring as hell to watch his videos. Like I can't stay awake. Like he's dropping gems, but he's got this monotone voice that makes me want to.
He's got that Ben Stein voice.
Yes, it makes you want to go to sleep. So I can't learn. I literally fall asleep whenever I try to watch how to do something. So I just wish that there were somebody out there that were doing tutorials that were a bit more compelling. You know what I'm saying?
I know two gentlemen that can start making tutorials that are a little bit more compelling.
I'm not doing that.
Hey, listen, if I could learn how to do it, I would 100% do, because I think I could be known as the 3D Coat guy. Like for real, that market is way open for tutorials.
Yeah.
And listen, if anybody knows that guy, I apologize in advance, but I got to keep it 100 with you guys.
Can you give him some
Not
feedback?
exciting to watch.
Can you give him some feedback? That's all.
Yeah, just
Not exciting to watch at all.
Drop it in his chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Internet war.
Yeah.
You heard what Mike said about your boy?
Oh hell no!
We got the clap back on his ass.
We
ride on this
the
fool.
West Side Story going on over here.
Yeah, the West Side Story.
Yeah, we're everybody's just going in.
Yeah.
Okay. Brad says, I thought there already was a posed version of that Luke Cage. Some other guy did it.
I already said that. You're late to the party. Your version is the one that is on the left. I am just tweaking it as you have taught me how to do, Sensei. So this is a collaboration as always. Brad, just so you guys know, Brad is the one that I always work with in order to get my poses, and I'm just going in now and Anakin Skywalkering his ass. That's all.
Taking it.
I have the high road, Mike.
Hello. Hannibal says radio DJ voice. I take it that's for the gentleman that's doing the tutorials.
Oh! I wish, man. If only. Nah.
Get that late night voice.
NyQuil voice.
Do you want to go night night?
Ram says the brushes are the same and the resolution is the same as ZBrush, but you have to program the hotkeys and know where to adjust them in 3D Coat, and specifically.
That's the thing. So I have so many applications that if I knew interface, I'd be a rock star. Blender being one of them, but I don't. So I got to pick and choose.
Yeah, you can't be the goat in everything.
No.
Can't be the goat in everything. Also for anybody watching, just so that everybody's aware, I did this actually specifically for Bradley, but still threw it into the store anyway. So there's a one of those large desk mouse pads now that we have out on the store. Just added that there. Just thought I'd let everybody know that exists if you guys are looking for like a tabletop mouse pad. We did just add that. Again, I threw that up there for Bradley's new desk, and I was just like, might as well chuck it up on the store. So
I thought I was special.
Nope.
No. Who told you that?
Yeah. You need to stop talking to your mom.
You beat me to.
I like it.
My mama said I'm special.
Mommy says.
I like that. I like that
She
a
said
lot.
I'm a beautiful baby.
You know what I love about working with jerks?
Yeah,
That means I can get one. I can be one back.
you can get one in. Yeah.
I can be one back. You know, I don't have to like hold back.
So Bradley, what are you working on specifically right now?
I'm about to quickly. I wanted baking a smooth surface does nothing to show how the baker works. I quickly went in and put some details on here. I'm gonna have to redo this later anyway, but I just wanted to give it something to work with, some surface noise and stuff like that. So I'm getting ready to move this head out and into Substance Painter.
All right, cool. I'm actually really excited to see how this Guyver looks after it's all done and rendered.
Yeah, me too.
I'm sure. Ram says Mike reaming Bradley, he has a special purpose.
Special purpose.
Yeah.
Whoa! You think I have no purpose?
No, that is your purpose.
No, Bradley won't. So he's not going to get that because he has never seen that movie. Even though that movie's amazing, he's never seen it.
Is this the Thugs of New York?
Yes, it's the Thugs in New York. Yeah, no, it's The Jerk. It's The Jerk with Steve Martin. One of the best, one of the funniest movies of all time. You'll never watch it because it was made before 1980.
Wait, I've seen a ton of Steve Martin. I've never.
Whoa! You've never seen The Jerk?
No, I have not. I'm pulling it up right now.
Actually, when was it? It might have been after
1973.
There you go.
Looks
great movie. One of the funniest movies, dude. I mean, watch it today if you haven't. It's amazing.
But it's 1973 though.
Yeah.
See? See?
You already knew where that was going.
I already knew. Yeah, it's a shame.
Nothing. Was that when when Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech came out? What were we doing? That's
Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King.
I Have a Dream speech release date. what I'm looking. August 28th, 1963. I love that Google understood when I said release date when he
release date. Yeah. When did that speech drop, Google?
When did it drop? When did that speech drop?
You gotta love it. Ram says, I know he won't get it.
There you go. Yeah.
And Brad says, these men need culture.
Mm-hmm.
Walt,
Brad realizes it's one of the best things ever.
Mike, you know what we just did? We just gave into a stereotype. February, Black History Month.
Hey, why is that a stereotype?
We have Ralph, our black brother, on Black History Month.
That's good.
Well, listen, one of his most prolific pieces ever was Black Panther. So why not release on?
We're playing it.
A great date to release.
Hannibal also says, if you haven't seen The Jerk, you haven't seen Steve Martin movies.
That's right.
Okay.
Facts.
All right. I'll take a step back. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Been a fraud.
First line of The Jerk, just so you know, from Steve Martin's mouth. I was born a poor black child. Now, discuss. It only gets better from there. It only gets better from there. If you have not seen this movie, you're doing yourself a big disservice.
What?
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Okay.
That's the opening line.
That's the opening line. Listen.
This is a cold open.
I bet you think twice about the fact that you don't want to watch something that old now.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it now.
There you go. Hey, Brad Groteman, for real, watch party, Bradley and Raul. Yeah. We see we can get Tony.
Yeah, we can do that. Ram says the real jerk is 45.
Thanks, Ram.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Change the room, Ram.
Take it easy.
We all know that. Why you gotta remind? Like every time I forget, I'm almost forgetting that happened, and you just remind me that it did.
Yeah, Brad says they need to learn about Iron Balls McGinty.
That's right.
What?
That's right. Dude, big facts, big facts.
Iron Balls McGinty.
Yes, sir.
That's
Who's writing this stuff?
No, listen, you guys are going to be so happy that we talked you into watching this for real.
Yeah, well, Walt says he's going to watch it.
Mhm.
That's good. That's good. Getting culture. That's what this is all about. That is what this is all about. Guys, have you been playing anything?
No, bro.
I haven't had time to play anything. No.
I wish I might play some Elden Ring today.
I got two probably like an hour of COD of Call of Duty in this week. I haven't really played much of anything since I got back from Europe though.
Oh, you should play with Tony. Tony's a beast. Call of Duty.
Tony needs to friend me, man. Like he needs to stop playing and throw out that invite.
I need to put low at the end.
But
yeah,
Bradley,
what was that number we were looking at, Bradley, when Tony was like number of missions he was on or something?
No,
it's crazy, right?
Like his level was like 100 and something. All right, Call of Duty was only out, dude. When I saw his level was like 100 and something. Call of Duty's only been out like 2 months. I'm like,
yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I would have again. I was out of the country for a month, so didn't get a chance to hop on there. And the season's ending on Valentine's Day, so I'm refusing to buy into the season. So I'm just kind of playing onesie twosies. Really, I need to get back onto God of War because I got to finish that game, and I got to hop on that. Hannibal says it's like saying you've seen Tom Hanks movie and not seeing Bachelor Party. Bachelor Party was good.
Oh gosh, Bachelor Party is amazing. And 100% Bradley has not seen Bachelor Party. 100%.
Ram says facts.
What is this Bachelor Party?
It's a damn shame. Damn shame.
Yeah, Tom Hanks is my mom's hall pass, so I had to know. I had to know.
Didn't see that coming.
I don't know what that means. What does that even mean?
Didn't see that coming. You ever seen the movie Hall Pass? It came out in the 2000s. You don't watch anything in the 2000s?
You don't watch more modern movies?
Yeah, no, I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Legit? Are you being legit? You don't know what a hall pass is?
He is serious.
No. Does that have something to do with like having one person you could cheat on with your spouse?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's terrible that you said that.
That's terrible that you said that.
My let's see.
Oh no, she's open with it. She's like, oh no, it's Tom Hanks all day.
Mine was my mom's was who did she? My mom used to love oh crap, there's a singer. There's a white singer that sang like soul songs. She loved that dude. I can't remember what his name was though.
Elvis?
Don't shut up.
So,
no.
Elvis is the inventor of soul, no?
Hey. He said
you derailed everything. Now I don't remember.
He said a Caucasian person that sang some soul music. I'm like, how am I off with that?
You're not wrong, but that's not the guy like that I liked.
Hannibal says Tom Jones.
Yes. Damn, Hannibal's on fire today. How'd you know that, dude?
He's on point.
Damn, Hannibal. Okay. That disturbs me that you know that, but okay.
I was about to say he needs to stop talking to your mama.
Easy.
Yeah. But dude, I say that freely because she says it freely. She is not hiding that nowhere. She's like, oh no, like Tom. If Tom Hanks was right here, right now, your dad's gonna have to look away.
Wow.
Yeah,
She's-
sounds like her.
Yeah. Bradley knows my mom. She's a savage.
She don't give two shits on who's around.
Nope. She's a savage. So, but Bradley, you said you were gonna hop back onto Elden Ring. I didn't know you were still playing it, dude.
Yeah, that's probably why Laz called me. We've been meaning to like hook up and finish that.
Yeah, he called me too. All that says is that our friends don't watch the stream. We need better friends.
This is true. All right, I'm exporting my high FBX right now. I didn't decimate, so it's going to take a little bit. Dude, there's no point showing my screen. It's going to be frozen like this for a minute.
Oh, okay. All right. My bad, man. My bad.
I'm just telling you where I'm at in the process.
Hannibal felt like all that was cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's all right. I think we're okay. If you guys like this type of content, like, subscribe, share with your buddies. Again, the real support comes through watching everything and just being here.
Yo, Brad, Tony, Mike, are you willing to stay a little later today? Yes, no?
Yeah, I can stay a little bit later.
Brad,
I'm just finally
Tony,
getting out of
if you guys want to join in, send me a message on Messenger, and I'll send you an invite to the StreamYard. Ian, if you're awake, if you want to hang out, send me a message.
100%. Ian.
Send me a message, and I'll link you in.
Mike, you already sent me in a text, right? I saw you. Oh wait,
No, I hope not. I hope not. I hope.
Send what?
Oh, I thought you sent him a text.
Oh no, I did at like 7 o'clock his time. Yeah. Very, very rude. He hasn't responded yet. Saturday morning. Why isn't he up and at it?
I wonder why. You know,
should be up and at it at 5 a.m. his time.
Your boy, nice and asleep.
Exactly.
Nice and sleep.
All right, so if you guys are wondering here, the quick save still, if I didn't use it, I would be upset because I haven't saved yet, but it always happens at the most inappropriate times.
How can you adjust the frequency?
Yeah, you can. All right, so what I did was the one on the left is the original, but higher res. The one on the right is the new one. What I wanted to look like was he was about to like go into a punch, like throw a punch. And so this is kind of what I'm going to have to go along with back to back with my Iron Fist. So they will literally be like back to back fighting a bunch of people. I also have a Misty Knight that I need to print out as well for the series. So that is it. I don't even need this anymore.
Man,
you look really engaged, Bradley.
Bro.
That's how I felt when I was trying to do that Captain America render. Right?
I love all the updates, right? It should not take as long to do this FBX export. That's all I'm saying. It shouldn't take as long. It's still processing data.
It's really big, right?
It's 337. Yeah, but it's 37 million. But it wouldn't take me that long to export something like this from out of Maya.
Oh yeah.
Yes, like doubly yes, doubly.
That all right. But yeah, so what's it called? Bradley, I didn't know you were still on that Elden Ring thing though. I thought you uninstalled it. Legit. No. I still have it installed if the bat signal ever came up. But
Laz and I have been trying to link up to do it for a minute, but I have my son's basketball games at 4, but today's a pretty lax day.
Yeah. I got more kids' birthday parties, man. I've gone to more kid birthday parties in the last year. It's definitely a thing.
I'm not taking any of them. I'm not taking no parties. All right, no parties for them.
No.
It's weird.
And Mike doesn't leave the house, so we know damn well.
Normally, I don't leave because I don't want to lose my parking spot. Lately, I've been legit busy, and I have a crappy parking spot, so I would like to get a better one.
Wait, you don't have like assigned parking?
No, not in this place.
No.
But the good news is they've only raised the rent $800, and we still don't have assigned parking.
I mean, glad
I'm
to see
paying-
that there's there's
I'm
a white spot.
For real, paying more for this apartment than I was for my house.
But that's not 5%. I'm assuming that's not a simple 5%.
It is a gouge percent.
Did we come up with, and I'm saying this legitimately because I don't know. Do we know what the theme for next month is?
Oh, we're working on it with Raphael, actually.
Okay.
Working.
Okay. So we haven't pulled it up just yet.
No, not as of yet.
Okay. And for everybody who doesn't know or is just tuning in, Raphael, who we have the first interview up with on the channel. So go check that out after the stream. He is going to also be our guest for February. So be on the lookout for that. Mark your calendars. Also, if you guys are just now tuning into the stream, one thing to note is that the Intel giveaway is going to be next week. So we're going to go ahead and announce that on stream. We're going to announce the winner on stream. So you want to be on stream to see who won the laptop.
Yeah.
Why are you looking like the Hulk up there?
Polygroups. That's just polygroups.
Brad's
Z-remeshing.
gonna join in the stream. I'm sending an invite at 12.
Okay.
I mean, he can join now. Chuck him in here.
He got
I mean,
things
it's
he
almost
gotta do.
12.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were gating it. If he said he's hopping on at 12, then it's like just bring him in. Bring him in. What about chat? Anybody in chat playing anything recently? Nothing. Did anything come out? Nothing came out so far, right?
Yeah, the next 3 months is gonna be stupid.
You got Hogwarts Legacy coming out. When's the release date for that?
Early February. You got Forspoken coming out next week. You have
Dude,
Hogwarts Legacy.
Did you see the
in
requirements for Forspoken?
I saw
You
them,
what now?
and then I'm like, not my problem.
Not your problem, no. But like
It's a
the
bit ridiculous.
minimum requirements are the recommended requirements for most games,
Like
and
Cyberpunk.
and even worse, to play the game at 4K 60, they want a 4080.
Yeah,
Like that's rough. What that tells me is that the game's not properly optimized. Like they're trying to brute force some of those things. Walt is saying he just started Elden Ring again, and he's waiting for Starfield. What's the release date on Starfield? So Hogwarts is February 10th. So that is coming up soon. Starfield release date. It just says 2023. Look, what that says, Walt, is wait on it.
Hey,
Ready
good
when
luck.
it's ready.
I know Microsoft released some people from studios and stuff like that. So shout out to those people who worked hard on those IPs, and I pray that you guys quickly land and find new opportunities.
Wait, they got rid. I know that they had layoffs, but that was in their gaming divisions.
Yeah, like a good portion were in their gaming divisions.
Oh man, really?
Yeah, they released people from Bethesda. They released people from 343 Studios.
Although that's unfortunate, because it is. It's very unfortunate whenever people leave their jobs or get terminated from their jobs. What I find is that for the general industry, it does really well because a lot of those people didn't come together and make studios, and then we get more variety out there, out in the world. So,
isn't that how the Callisto people?
Yeah, so Callisto Protocol is made from veterans of Visceral, which was a studio that was closed by EA.
Bro, I'm gonna have to decimate this model. This is so stupid.
So what's going on, Bradley? Talk me through.
It's still processing data. Like even it should have been whatever. Cancel.
Hannibal says, I'm playing Redshift on ZBrush, but I'm reinstalling NVIDIA Studio drivers, so it's not going well. Actually, I kind of want to learn a little Unreal. It's been something in the back of my head to kind of like learn a little bit. So I'm actually curious. But I haven't even started looking like any basic tutorials or anything like that. But it is something that I'm curious on doing.
That's so funny. I pressed cancel like 45 times, and then it started working.
Sometimes you just got to threaten it. It's the same thing. Like when you Control-Delete something, sometimes bring up the task manager and go to kill a process. All of a sudden, it starts working.
Better late than never.
Yeah,
I guess if you're like into like making yourself angry.
So Bradley, what do you think? You think I should go into learning some Unreal Engine 5? We're on 5, right?
Yeah, I think you should. So I can just send stuff your way. You could just render.
Is that how that works?
All day. You'll be my render farm.
Yeah. All right.
Render biatch.
I didn't say that. That's not what I said, though. I did not call this man outside his name. All right, I did not do that.
Yeah, I've been interested in Unreal for a little bit, and I have some ideas for like games and what have you. So I want to start playing around with it and see what I can kind of get out of it. Walt says, yeah, our studio has gone to Unreal for our renders. Our final pixel test went from a week to a day and a half.
Oh, that's cool.
That's really good.
Are you guys on 5?
Yeah, Walt, are you guys using 5? That's one hell of a workflow upgrade.
Like, so you guys know Walt is into television and movies. That's what he does. So
yeah, he's indeed. Going to so actually what got me to watch Arcane was the fact that it won Best Video Game Adaptation in the Game Awards, and it beat Cyberpunk for Best Video Game Adaptation, and I'm like, there's no way. I still kind of feel that way, but I can understand an argument if somebody says that Arcane is better than Cyberpunk. I can understand they're different. But for me, I like Cyberpunk still hit me in the feels.
I didn't finish the Cyberpunk anime. It was, for what I was watching, it was good. I just didn't finish it.
You have to finish it, dude.
Because I binged right through Arcane. Like it was, yeah. Like
well, didn't you say you were waiting to finish Edge before you? Or
That's true.
The Edge expansion first?
I did get to the Edge expansion, and then I went to watch the TV series. And I just didn't finish it. It didn't capture my attention as much as like. I'm not saying that it's better or worse than. I just didn't stick with it like I did with Arcane.
So that's how I felt with Arcane. Like I started the first 2 or 3 episodes. I watched those and I'm like, do I really want to keep watching this? Like I don't like the kind of like misfit kids kind of doing like that whole thing didn't resonate with me.
In what? In Arcane or in
in Arcane. So like the beginning when they're like all children. like for the first like two or three episodes, and only after the time jump I was like, oh, okay. And that's when I actually got into it. So
yeah, I mean, it's funny. It's very similar to what I was saying last week about Akira. You know, like they make the kids endearing to you, but they're really not good kids. They're like badass kids.
Yeah, they're not good kids. No, but yeah, I mean, ultimately, Arcane was excellent. I recommend that if you guys haven't seen it. Walt says that he's on 5. They're using 5.1.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're using 5.1, but yeah, so I can see the argument. I would put Cyberpunk above it, but again, Cyberpunk just made me feel so many things.
Cool. I can start to bake now. See how this goes.
DK says that they watched one episode of Andor. I
binged that last night, the whole thing.
So far so good, they say.
Yeah, I just finished it. I was talking mad crap about Andor. I was like, I don't care.
Were you really?
I'm not interested. Yeah, I remember I was just like, yeah, this just doesn't move me. And then I realized that I never made it past the 25-minute mark of the first episode. I was like, all right, let me give it.
You went further than I did.
More.
Yeah.
I was like, let me give it a little bit more. And it was not bad. It was not bad at all. Like for a little side story of Star Wars, not bad.
Because it follows the guy from what was that, the name of that Star Wars movie?
The one with Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker, right? I don't remember what that was either.
Yeah, the Diego Luna is the actor on it.
Is that where he's from? Maybe I rewatched that because I was like, I don't know who this dude is.
Rogue One. I can't believe I forgot the name of that. Yeah, but because Rogue One was amazing. That was a great movie.
Really? I didn't like it at all.
I love Rogue One.
Rogue One was amazing.
Yeah, I'm in the minority on this one. Everybody says it's good. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't care about it. Let's put it that way.
Well, I thought that it was definitely a different Star Wars story. One of the things I keep saying, you guys keep hearing me say it on stream, is that Disney does not understand legacy Star Wars characters, but when they make their own characters, it's always really good. Like I really do enjoy. So Rogue One was fantastic. I'm sure Andor is pretty good. Because I think it's a prequel to Rogue One. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's a prequel to Rogue One. Now, are they going to make a Kenobi season 2?
Better.
So you say they better. Why?
Dude, the way that they ended that with him fighting Anakin was like that. At first, I was like, I don't care about this at all. For the longest time, I was like, yo, this is weak. That whole I don't want to fight. I just want to, like he was acting more like the character in the first movie, or not the first one for me, but the original Star Wars movie, New Hope. He was acting like, that character. But when he actually did have to fight, that part was dope. And also at the end, they brought me around to the whole, third sister or whatever the character was. At first, I wasn't feeling that. So,
yeah. Well,
the Grand Inquisitor.
You see the Grand Inquisitors and the sisters in Jedi Fallen Order. I know you didn't play it. We'll move past it, but that was my introduction to those characters, which I thought it was really cool to see them tied in to a show. But dude, Kenobi wasn't good until the season finale.
The season finale is what brought me around. You're right. It was a long, slow burn, man. But when it finally did its thing,
I didn't even know what
It did its thing. Like, I will say that was a proper fight.
Yeah, that was a dope finish.
But I mean, do I want to see a whole other 9 episodes of another season before it actually gets good?
I'll tell you what I did not like at all. I thought was stupid, and I'm going like full on like telling you how I feel on this. I don't think everybody has to be able to do everything. And when and spoiler alert, but it's for a dumb thing, so who cares? They made Princess Leia or Little Leia be able to be like she's some engineering master.
Yeah.
And like she like they're already trying to show that she has these force whatever powers, right? But she's got like force field. Who cares? She can fly through space and hold her breath.
Yeah,
but she's over here like they're like, oh, okay, send her into like this rat's nest of wires and have her figure the thing out. And she did. And I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah,
she can do that too.
I mean, for me, it's a major plot hole that she sounds like she doesn't know who she just knows about Obi-Wan Kenobi, but has never met him. In the way she addresses him in a New Hope, and then for them to have had this adventure together doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't like it.
Well, it's kind of like Darth Vader not knowing who the droids are, right? Like the droids those were your droids, dog. Like you don't know who
yours,
R2 and C-3PO are?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
who they are?
They were yours. So Hannibal says no, Disney doesn't understand or respect legacy Star Wars or Marvel characters. I think they did a good job with Phase 1 with the Marvel characters, but yes, I would still agree with you on that because they straight up ruining characters now.
Does anybody know when the Andrew Mackie Captain America is supposed to come out?
So
they killed Cap in Falcon season 2.
Did they?
That's not coming out.
Okay. Is it New World Order?
I believe so.
Is that the name of it?
So. Oh, there he is.
Dude. You doubted me, Bradley. You doubted me whether I'd be ready in time.
I said, hey, do what you gotta do. See you at 12. I didn't. There was no doubt. I didn't put no doubt.
You said, and I'm going to quote you now. You have 15 minutes. LOL. Now I think we all know what that LOL implies about that.
That's a real a-hole-ish LOL.
Yeah.
Hey.
We all know that.
So, Raul, so the substance thing. So what's cool now? So if you're gonna have a bake error, it gives you a red marker. Like just one spot is gonna make a bake error. So I have to adjust the cage. But what's cool is that it's giving me a representation of everything right now, and outside of like these other areas I don't care about. This is where I need to fix. I am playing with this for the first time to see how to actually fix that. We'll see.
Okay.
If you guys are just joining us, Brad Groteman has just hopped in the room. This is one of our super friends.
Oh, cool.
Brad is working on his Grand Inquisitor, which I see you flexing over there. We were just talking about Grand Inquisitor, and he did a dope sculpt and render of him.
That was our our transition, right? That was our lead in.
Yeah. Raul's like, I love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah, love it when it works out. Yeah, Jamie B says, "Hey Brad, good to see you on the stream and awesome Inquisitor, dude."
Thanks, man. They can't keep me away. You know, like
DK says, "Nice."
I will tell you, I was talking to my fiance, and she was very unhappy to know that the Super Friends weren't on this episode. So she'll be happy. We brought it around.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, guys, yeah, I need to exit out. But nice being on here. See you guys on stream later. Bradley, we'll talk. Brad, nice seeing you for like a moment before.
Yeah, I'm going to try not to take it personally that as soon as I show up.
I mean, you probably should, but but all right, guys. Jebby says, "See you, Raul. Cheers." I'll see most of you guys next stream. Again, we will be announcing the winner of the Intel video at that time. Buy some merch, subscribe to the channel, like, I'll share with friends and buddies, all that good.
Watch the interview.
Watch the
Interview's
interview.
up.
Yeah, that the interview's up. Again, do all of those things. And I personally will catch you guys in the next one. The stream will continue. All right, guys.
All right. Thank you, Raul.
See you, man.
Right, those textures are looking good.
I'm having more fun with this. This is you know.
Are you adding those textures in Photoshop?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And
Bradley, so you get to see both ways. Bradley is doing it he's going to be doing it in Substance, and Brett is doing it in Photoshop after the fact.
The old-fashioned.
The old-fashioned.
I wanted to get your opinion on the new what I did with this pose. Are you feeling this, or I know you like to dissect stuff when I'm about to print it.
Well, yeah, okay. So when I commented about the pose, and you said, yeah, the one on the left is yours. I know you weren't talking about that symmetrical version that was sitting there in that thing, right? That's not what you were talking about.
That's not the last one we had.
The one that was symmetrical, with him like doing the little like. Yeah,
that wasn't it,
dude.
You know, I have like a million versions of him.
This is why it's good that I'm here. Remember, this was the pose.
That was the pose. That was the pose.
See, you showing that perfectly symmetrical pink, like that's besmirching my name is what that's doing.
All besmirched and whatnot.
I'm besmirched.
I besmirched the crap out of you. Okay. All right. So, well, the good thing about that is I can have a old school Luke in one pose, and I can have the cage in the other pose. All right. So while we're on it, I'm you got Epic Pen? Do a little, look at this. Brad made a whole animation. Look at that. Pity the fool. Run that back. Play it again. Look, Bradley.
Nice. That's awesome. We do this. Yeah. Of course, I couldn't do much else because he only had fists. So like, he literally did not have fingers. So he just walks around with permanent fists.
That's like, right.
I'm always ready to fight.
Which I feel like he would just walk around with permanent fists anyway.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean,
I like that scowl on his face, though, man. You got like a nice little scowl going.
Yeah, he looked angry.
Mad man.
So what are we looking at in terms of like what's the mood we're going for in this
he's kind of winding. He's actually about to come through with a punch. So he's got it back and he's about to bring it up.
Well, yeah. So it's his left hand he's going to be swinging with, right?
Correct. Yeah. About to bring an uppercut.
So I think you'd want to have that foot. If you look at it from the side view here, I think that you want to have that left, because if he's leaning back, he's going to be leaning back on his right foot, I believe. So I'd bring that right leg back more.
Okay.
And maybe even like unbend that left knee a little, like he's almost like leaning, because like again he's all about potential energy at this point, right? He's almost like he's like springing back.
It's true. Now I want to be careful because I want it to feel different from this guy. Right, like so this one, I've got a very like bent straight leg, and I don't want to have that for Luke. I want Luke to feel more like crouched over, like he's about to just bring a haymaker that's going to knock your ass out. You know what I mean?
Well, let's open up our rig here. Let's just take a look. We'll do while you're doing. I'll do some brainstorming
This is back when this is how a glimpse at the back and forth that is Grotzen Enterprises.
Yeah, it's tough to make those two names work together, right? Thompson. It just it just seems like
it's a gross mix either way. Yeah, it's not nice for anybody. Yeah.
I'm one little print away from having the Inquisitor completely printed out already. This printer is, dude, this printer is nuts. This D2 printer is crazy good.
Dude, so I took a page out of your book. Brad kind of put me onto some brushes and paints to buy and stuff like that. And I have been like legit watering down my paints to the right consistency. And look at how crispy some of these lines are, man. Like
I was going to say, so I saw the a progress image where it looked like the stripe was white. Was that just paint?
It was. No. It was primer. So last night I had what I did was I taped off the legs, and then I airbrushed down my green for everything, like the dark green.
Yeah.
And then I went in, and you can see I highlighted the lighter green. Now what I have to do still is go in with my pastels, and I'll get into the shadows of this guy.
Yeah.
And I'll really make him pop that way. But last night what I did was I pulled the tape off. I edged the green parts to make it nice and clean, and then I went in with a really thin yellow, and it was so much easier to paint it with the primer than it was to paint a million layers of yellow over green.
Right.
So,
oh yeah.
And I don't know if you can see it, but there's like an orange fade that goes on the fire to the.
Oh yeah, that's what I was looking at. It looks awesome.
To that. So, and then the other thing, I don't know if you were in here earlier, but just being able to pull these parts off and then paint them. Look at how clean the neck is, because I can just take the head off. You know
yeah, and that's you got them all magnetized, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So the only part that is a pain, like a giant pain, is these thin lines on the dragon.
Oh, I would imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So I'm gonna do the shoes this weekend and do the rest of the shading on his body. Let's get there.
Jeez.
You want to take a? Okay, you're just doing it on your. I have this done in like 2 seconds. It's a rig guy. And anybody who doesn't know, like, Brad is the guy who pushed me to learn posing, and so if you like any of my stuff, there's a very good chance that it started off with Brad having hands on it, or at least giving feedback on at some point.
And getting yelled at for waiting too long to give that feedback.
Oh no. Trust, he will wait until I'm about to print it, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, man, why don't you change? Yeah, the way that Carnage is, completely switch his legs and his arms."
And it's so much better.
Well, you want to hear something really sad? It's also gone.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say because I saw the version that you rendered out. I was like, that ain't it.
I was telling Bradley. So I went in and completely reposed and sculpted Carnage, and it was 1,000 times better. And then that file is just missing now from all of my hard drives. It's gone. Too much now. Come on, dude. Mike, you should look into getting Optimizer.
Is that like a magnet, like a magnifying type thing or something?
Oh, I just bought one. Yeah, that's what was going to be my what's good. So it's literally over at I gotta pick it up. All right, Brad's gonna make him like really far back.
Well, hey,
Remember they're back to back too, Brad. You're scaring me.
Oh, we're in OT mode right now, so you're good.
Yeah. No, it's all
You
good.
would have technically missed the stream.
Mhm.
Oh, the guy
While you're doing that, I can work on his face.
Yeah, I'm testing out the new bake features in Substance Painter. I'm pretty happy so far. Like, look at this magic trick. I can move my character around while it's baking in this new window, which is like crazy. You can't do that in Toolbag.
All right.
It's done.
I do like that you don't have to guess at your projection distance anymore. That's pretty sweet. Because I was just talking to Bradley earlier this week, like I can never get a good bake because my cage is either not far enough or it's out too far from the mesh.
Check it out, Mike. This is the low poly model with the bake.
Damn. That's a hell of a bake, dude. Damn. It's crispy. Make me want to get up in Substance, dude.
There's some geo areas I have to clean up in spacing, but
now tell me something. Mm-hmm. That is that one mesh or is that several meshes?
It's the FBX. It's all the tools. So these are all the pieces.
But it baked all of it at one time, and you didn't get any of those black areas where there's intersections?
So in the baking screen, I bake by mesh name. And then before you used to have to go to each tool. There was like a couple steps to avoid getting the
Hold on. Let me make your screen big. All right, so what's happening now?
So it's hard for me. Like the old screen, you used to have to go to go to the cavity section, make sure you do the bake to mesh name. So I was able to just click bake to mesh name low, and then I just adjust the cage because I was going to encounter some baking errors and it lit them red, and I was able to adjust them with the cage.
Yeah, that's dope. Yep. I like how it shows you where you're going to have errors. So you adjusted the cage. I wish I was watching when you did it.
Yeah.
You have another part you can do real quick?
Dude, I would have to bake. I did it. All of it's done. I can do the chest.
Yeah, let's see.
I got to export the chest. It's a process.
So how many tools are in that piece right there?
Wow. Each piece is a tool. So if I go to, let's go return to paint mode. Actually, ZBrush will tell me. I have 27 tools.
Just in the head.
Just in the head, yes.
And so you have to have UVs for everything.
Correct.
Okay.
I accidentally didn't have UVs on the spheres, but it auto did UVs when I imported it, so it corrected that for me.
Okay, so you have UVs for everything. There's 27 subtools in the head.
Mm-hmm.
Are they they're in a folder in their own thing, or
you
have them?
So it's So if I were
something that's like Guyver head and it has all the subtools.
Correct. And I did was, I don't know if people have ever used this tool before. Inside of the plugin section, if you go to Subtool Master, there is a rename function, and you can add and remove a suffix. So what I did was, so if I want this to be high, all of this low, so I'll remove a suffix. I'm going to remove _ low. I'm just going to go through all my subtools and remove all the low.
That's fantastic.
I'm going to rename it. I'm going to add a suffix. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to do _ high. It's going to go in and put every tool _ high. And then if I want this to be my high tool, I'll just go and high res everything that's visible. And I would export this as my high, and then I would go and then export my low. And that's
that
how
rename is under your subtools.
Yes, if you go to Subtool Master,
Uh-huh.
and you have the rename function, you could do a couple things. You can remove a prefix, add a prefix, correct duplicate subtool names. So it's just a script, and it'll go through all that. Yep.
And that comes with vanilla ZBrush, or that's an add-on you added?
Nope, it's vanilla ZBrush. It's in the Subtool Master area.
Dude, I didn't even know that was there. Okay, that's awesome.
So when I did that, I was so
Damn, that looks good, man. That looks so good. So not for nothing, this is with ZBrush 2023. If we did a clay render, we're going to get a very good render, right? But it's still .1.0, right? So the problem is there's no true AO in ZBrush yet. So the reason Bradley's model looks so dope is not only because he's getting like nice materials, which you get in ZBrush, and nice, you know, like a nice like lighting pass and everything. It's that AO that makes it look so good. Like I could feel like I can grab that off the screen and hold it. And those cavities around the eyes, like the lines and the scoring look so good because that AO is in the material itself, in the lighting itself. So when ZBrush gets a proper update that has like the AO part, which it will come, it will come, but until then, we're kind of struggling to do workarounds to fake that AO.
And it's a good bake. Like, and my mesh is like pretty low, so it did.
That bake is pretty as hell, dude. That makes me want to take my my stuff into Substance and start painting it. That's sick.
And Raphael, one of the things that he's going to free my mind, like Morpheus, is that like I spend a lot of time making sure things are like perfect, with UVing and stuff like that. And Raphael, he's going to show us some tricks that we can get away with for personal pieces. That's going to be be able to get us in Substance like a lot faster.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like legit, the reasons why I didn't use Substance Painter yet, I've been paying for it forever. Like these are things that I'm not going to have to worry about anymore.
Let's do this. Let's do.
So.
I feel you got a good wind up going here. This is, I think that, you know, like you got to.
That's good. Yeah, it reminds me. What does that remind me of? You did another piece where, the Tetsuo piece where I had to lean him over really far.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, from the front, he's not like he's still pretty balanced. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's not crazy off. Yeah. And again, there's a lot of smoothing out to be done. But I think like just kind of getting that torque and the issue, one of the issues again you might need to just adjust in the sculpt is if you look at the standard position here, he's got a very he's already kind of got like this hunched over chest.
Yeah.
So like that makes it hard to kind of bend him back a little bit. So he's still got that little hunched over chest, which you might, which might be a good thing, but you might need to kind of adjust it if you have just for the spine because he's already kind of in that position naturally. So it's kind of hard to unwrap that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, can you send me that as a OBJ or something?
Yeah, I'll give you an FBX.
Thanks, man.
All right, I might turn into a robot. I don't have my other graphics card plugged in. Brad, how's your week been, man?
Oh, it's been fine. You know, what's tough is I'm printing out my my dude, and I am so allergic to resin that like my eyes are burning, my skin is like getting all like red, like just being in the room with it. I'm not even touching it. I'm just.
Is it worse with the Craftsman Gray?
It's worse because usually now I print at work. I brought all my printers in at work, so it made it easier. Mm-hmm. But because I'm like in this little room and printing out. I think I can't escape the vapor.
Oh,
So what you saying? What you love could kill you?
Yeah, I mean it is. It's again, I'm I got my hazmat suit on when I'm doing it now, but still, it doesn't matter. Like I'm it's just being in there is it's just.
would you say that maybe you have caught the vapors?
I caught the vapors. Wait,
That's not.
why was I being British? I've caught the vapors.
I don't know. I don't remember. Well,
I can't do Georgia.
Well, Bismarcky was from England, so there you go. That's
okay. That's what I was going for.
He wasn't.
It's possible. You don't know.
I'm pretty sure Bismarcky was not English. Go out on a limb. Ram Hannibal, I'm gonna need you to fact check.
Just in case. Just in case. There's a chance that they were.
Exactly.
All right. What? Where's my? My God. People are this dumb. I shouldn't be allowed to drive a car.
Wait, what happened?
Wall says
I just do
it
stupid
will
stuff.
help anycubic cell. So yeah.
Yes, I'm curious. I gotta check out to see if like those filter systems are they unique to certain sizes or whatever.
They'll fit in the Photon Mono X. I'm pretty sure they fit in the D2.
What's up?
I'd say they definitely fit in the Mono X. I'm pretty sure that they fit in the. I think they fit in the D2 as well.
Yeah, I gotta check that out, Jamie. I use the plant-based resin for my Mono X and my M3, and I love it. It's way better. For the D2, we use the Craftsman resin. I'm not sure if it's special for the D2. Is it, Mike? Do you know, or is it just a better resin?
No, you can use it in everything, but the detail really shines in the D2. Oh, I got my 3 things of resin, by the way.
Yeah, I saw you mentioned that. I was glad to hear that. Yeah, because I was worried about that. But yeah, Jamie, it'll shorten my lifespan, but my prints are so much better. It's worth it. Because the plant-based resin that's what I use always. And I've actually started using the water-based resin a lot too, just because it's easy to wash it out. I don't need to use any alcohol. I can just use water, which is awesome.
Oh, really? Who makes the water base? Who makes the water base?
It's anycubic. They have it's just water based. So literally, like when I take off the build plate, I just run it under the faucet into a container just to clean it off.
How did I miss that you were using that? I didn't even know that you were using that, dude.
It's really nice. It's really cool. Again, I was worried that there'd be a difference in quality. I haven't noticed anything.
Interesting. Is it more expensive?
Nope.
Wow. Now, how do you dispose of it though? Like, what are you doing after?
I mean, it's no different than the other resins, just in terms of like like you can it's easy to clean up the resin off of the build plate and stuff because you don't need to have isopropyl alcohol. You just use water.
Yeah.
Yeah, the plant-based resin is that's because I think I haven't used the other kind for a long time, just because I think that one really messed with me.
Yeah. Bradley, I'm getting dangerously close to the end of my return window for that anchor hub that I told you.
Yeah, you need to return it, man.
I need to return it like ASAP.
No, but just trigger it. Just trigger the return.
No, I did. I made a label for it like a while ago. I just have not. What do you mean? No, I think that I have to do it within a certain amount of time once you hit the return thing.
So when you hit the return, it adds like another 2 months.
What? Oh, dude.
Yeah, dude. Like the triggering is the part that you need to do. So
you know how good that is to hear for a procrastinator like me.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have told you that.
Really
Stephen, you want to see what I wear? What I wear when I take my stuff out of the resin? This is fully
Oh,
legit. Like,
jeez.
I'm completely.
Damn, dude.
And you know what? This part of my face, fine. Eyes, terrible. So yeah, I gotta get a full on
Get some of
hazmat.
those.
I gotta go full Doc Brown and back.
You gotta get Breaking Bad with it, man. Act like you're cooking up some product.
Oh, I put the Z tool of him in Messenger.
Okay, thanks, man.
All right. So areas I have to fix is here. Fix these gaps. No low res fix.
I can use this head on your guy. I'm actually just going to match your pose on this guy anyway.
Okay. Here.
He's from New Jersey. New Jersey by way of the UK. I knew when I heard the song You Got What I Need that he wasn't from here.
You can see.
Man, that's crispy as hell.
Let's see if I can get this to actually show up. But man, come on, man.
Your camera's looking better.
There you go.
Oh yeah. Oh, there it is. Damn.
I mean, look at that. That is nuts.
That's stupid.
Literally, this is zero cleanup. There's not a single. There's
You just
nothing.
pull the supports off.
They fell off, dude.
Damn, man.
Again, I use the small ones for this one too, because it's hollow. So
now, have you been? Yeah, the hollow thing. So Brad and I were using the same settings, same printer. Did you put that on the D2 or the photon?
Oh, D2.
Okay. So I kept running into fails. It was pulling off of the bed, but my pieces were solid and Brad's are hollow. So that's kind of probably the reason.
And I mean, the good thing is about the hollow. I mean, this is obvious, but man, it uses virtually no resin to print too. Like, I don't have to fill it back up. I'm doing this whole guy. I barely even had to touch the bottle.
Now, don't you feel like the weight though? Wouldn't you feel happier if the weight was more substantial?
I think I've done so many, and I've been so worried about, because of the poses and stuff like that. I've been so worried about balance that I'm actually thrilled that they feel so light, because I don't worry about them falling over under their own weight if there's ever a balance issue or
Yeah.
Cameo by my cat's butt, in case you're curious on what that was. Put it in there.
Bradley has me wanting to get into Substance Painter.
Hey, bro. You don't work. Where is...
That's pretty good. Your pretty ass.
Yeah, I just touched the print, so now I have to dip my hands in boiling water so they don't.
Something.
Wait a minute, are you wearing gloves?
Well, I wasn't when I took pictures, because that print was, it's cured and done and dry, but it was resin, and my hands are.
You can't touch cured resin?
Well, there might have been who knows? Some might have been leaking out of the hole. You don't know.
He's legit ready to die for it. Like,
Wow.
he's legit.
Sacrifices I make for Princeton.
Okay, we missed a lot of stuff in the chat.
Shane doesn't have the slicer. I use Cheetah Box. I know that Bradley uses lychee. I've not, or lychee.
Lychee,
yeah.
Yeah, I've never tried that.
I use Cheetah Box.
But Cheetah Box, to me, is so user friendly. It's so easy just to hollow out and punch holes that See, Ram, thank you. See, Ram's on my side with Luke Cage. Ram's.
Why are we looking at ourselves on your screen? Okay, let's see. Ram says that Guyver's is definitely progressing. It's gonna look so cool. Brad, get it off of the double screen thing. What are you doing?
What are you talking? Oh, that is not. That's because OBS changed its thing. Okay, that's my bad. I blame myself. I blame myself for that.
Well, good, because we blame you too.
I was trying to be magnanimous and kind of selfless, and you guys just piled on. So I don't know. It's just.
I like that Bradley gets thrown under the bus with me.
It's kind of ruined my vibe that I was going for there. That's all right.
Let's see.
Yes.
Hannibal said his wife went to high school with Biz.
Really?
You know what's funny is he used to go to my barber shop, and I would always just miss him.
Now, is that North Jersey? He was in New Jersey?
No, he was in Maryland, dog.
Well, no, but they said that he went to high school in Hamilton. In New Jersey. Yeah, Jamie. Yeah, I didn't change any of the support settings. I don't think I know how. But yeah, I mean they're again so long as it's hollow, I think you're fine with the light settings. Mike can tell you what happens if it's not hollow.
For me, it just pulls right off of the supports, even with medium supports. Hey, Stefan was asking, what is Substance part of Corel Painter? No, it's actually part of Adobe now.
Adobe,
yeah, but it is confusing. Substance Painter and Corel Painter, they're both Painter, so that's probably where you got that from. Yeah, I tried using Brad supports, and then I even went to medium supports. The only workaround I got that they didn't pull off of the screen, off of the support, was I had to add more of them in strategic places.
I also, again, the one customization I did was I did increase the exposure time for the bottom layers a little bit. I think to 60 or 60 seconds maybe for the bottom layers. Maybe added a couple extra just to kind of make sure the bottom, the raft or the bottom layers, whatever they are, stay on. I actually don't even use a raft. I just use those little feet.
You know what's funny? I don't have any problem with them on the print bed themselves. It's the connection point.
Oh, okay.
It's just they pop right off. It's a curse and a blessing, right? Like the whole deal about it is the cleanup is 0.
Yeah.
But if they fall off into the resin.
Yeah, you're on a tightrope.
Exactly. If they fall in the resin, that's kind of not good either. Tool. All right, let me get Brad's joint here. Download.
So one thing I learned to do in Substance Painter when you're working with a lot of when you start to really build your stack, one thing that becomes aggravating is your roughness. So one thing I learned to do is I create a layer, and I'll call this spec. And I have this layer here, and only thing I have on this layer is my smoothness, my roughness to control my spec, and I'll turn it off on every other layer that I put on, and I'll just use this. So when you have multiple tools and you need the spec to be uniform across all of it, what I could do is then start to copy this spec and paste it to all the tools that I'm going to be working on, so it's consistent. Another pro tip. You can just create a fill layer, turn off color, and just only have your roughness on it, and you can control it. And you'll just copy this across multiple, so everything has the same level of specularity on it.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be right back.
Cool. So is this one is this one on Sketchfab yet? Could people buy this one, Brad?
You know it. And yeah, whatchamacallit? I think I was on Ian's Discord, and someone had asked about like, whether I rendered it in Blender, and I said no, it was a ZBrush render with a paint over, and they said, what's the process? This is the thing that always drives me crazy is when I see people who do these renders and they look awesome, and I want to know what they do. So like I think I kind of follow what Rafael Grassetti does with some of his to the best of my ability, and I did for the sake of that I did a quick little plug here. I just did a quick little video on YouTube about what I just the process for this, which is nothing fancy. But yeah, so I just did one, just kind of basically explaining what kind of renders I did, and so much of it is just comping different renders from ZBrush, different materials or light setups, and then just kind of like selectively masking them out or in or out.
Yeah.
So that was Jamie. That was Jamie. That's right. So yeah, I just gonna put that YouTube link right in the chat there. Again, it's just in case it helps, because I just know personally for me, whenever I see this kind of stuff a lot with time lapses, and they go so fast, and I can't see what the heck is going on, what the logic is behind it. And if I don't have the patience for like setting up crazy renders and with Keyshot or whatever the new thing is now. So I like the control in Photoshop anyway. And it's fun. It's fun just to kind of like render out a bunch of different light setups and just kind of like, essentially there's almost no painting involved. You're just kind of like selectively revealing parts with different render layers. So that's what that little chat little thing was. Oh, the link should be right in the chat, DK, I think.
It's in Discord.
I put the link in the YouTube chat now too.
I don't see it here, so my link to the YouTube. It's not here. Whatever link you posted, if you pass it on to me,
okay,
I'll put it through.
Maybe it's on a delay or something. But yeah, so I put the link in the messenger.
All right, cool. Well, you did a whole video, a paint over video.
Again, I'm not painting it on video. I'm going through layer by layer and saying this is what I did and why I added it and why it made sense to me. No, I wouldn't ask anyone to watch me work. That would be
gosh, no.
It'd be cruel.
Yeah. People would love to watch you work.
Oh yeah. But it's true, just the logic, because like I see a lot of these time lapses and like they'll render out these crazy material matte caps and like they'll bring them in and they'll have like 30 layers that they just kind of like combine somehow, but I can never tell in the time lapse what they're doing and why. I just know they're doing a lot, and that kind of drives me nuts. So I wanted to at least if it helps. I don't know, but. It's always the thing that I always request from other people is like, can you just show me the workflow of your compositing at the end? Because using it on my new computer, which is at work, which is actually kind of a blessing. That new computer, I brought it into work because it works. It has certain strengths and certain things that it can't do, but like it's so much easier just to render stuff out there so fast. Right now.
I disagree with everything you just said.
I know.
Particularly the part when you say things that it can't do.
I I can only speak to what to the fact that YouTube videos brought it to its knees, but like the fact that my iPad is a better option, that's a problem.
I would agree. I would agree.
I had to do it because otherwise you would have made it your personal mission to find out what it is, and you would never rest. You would never
Yes.
you would never rest again.
I would not have like stopped until rights were wrong. Invert. Wrongs were right. I'm multitasking. Invert and
Mistakes
add
were made.
levels. Invert. Cool. So if you're watching what I'm doing. So this first, as I'm starting like to build up my material stack, I wanted to bring in the cracks and all the detail in the cracks. So I created a fill layer. I added like a complementary, this is a greenish like dark color. I added a bitmap mask. In the bitmap mask, I selected my curvature and I added levels to invert it. And now I have control over the cavities. And on the levels, I can begin to start to slide away and bring in my crack detail. And what's cool is that I'm working it on this one piece, and when I paste this layer stack, it is going to automatically pull all the maps to the stuff that I'm doing. So I only really have to do it once, and then I first get like a base fill everything before I start going in and individually painting and building material separation in each piece. So like one thing when you're using like to be able to create a flow that you can like procedurally do in Substance Painter, like do whatever you can do, like your big procedural stuff first, and then start to like focus in and like do your painting and adding details to it. Cool. So one thing about the Guyver, it's like humanoid, like it's like organic bio stuff. So I want to make sure it still has the an organic feel to it. And what I did was I started with the basic skin, like human skin material, to like, because there's already things built into the stack of that would help me out. And then I just started going in and tweaking it from there.
You're gonna give it a higher spec.
So yeah, like
wet.
Yeah, I'll be able to give it like more of a wet look to it, but I just want to be able to see what all the material looks like.
Mm-hmm. No, it looks cool. It's gonna be a dope piece.
There's like some stuff that I have to fix. I took note of things because, like, look, I have this gap here. So the low res, even though everything looks great on the high res, the low, I need to pull in some of the gaps there. So if I go back, and this is like, it's part of the process when you're doing this stuff. So the high res is perfect. Like you don't see any gaps or anything like that. It's the low res that I need to go in and really fix to close out all the gaps. Like this is the low res that I baked on, and I have to adjust this low here to get rid of some of those gaps. Let me get off the TV. So that. I'm gonna put this in a group layers. color, no color. And I've another tool that I'm using. If you see this little gradient color window in a Windows application called Power Toys, there's a thing called Color Picker. And what Color Picker will allow you to do is to I can pick any color anywhere on my screen, and it creates complementary colors, which is what you'll see here. And it gives me my gradient. And what I'll do is I'll copy this hex code here and I would paste it into Substance to get my colors. And it remembers different colors that you've picked, and it lists it out here so it stays. Another thing I use. Let's do a little of this. Copy.
So Bradley, is your sculpting on the Guyver complete? Is this more? Are you
Oh no, I'm just
phase now, or?
For the I now my goal is I need to do all the high res detail, and that's where I'm at. And then I have to do the pose.
Are you going to do some of that those details in Substance, or are they going to be physical geometry?
No, I'm going to do most of my details, like 90% of the details inside of ZBrush.
Okay.
Add a black mass. And generators are your friends. So if you want to be able to put some good quick breakup, so this is what it looks now, like this. So I added a complementary color. I added a generator, and the generator that I use is this B&W spot. We can go with a bigger one, right? And then what you could do is you can balance it and rotate it through this noise pattern. We can increase the scale. And I'm doing all this before I even start to paint anything. Ram says, Mike, how do you determine where to place your keys when you break up your model?
It depends. So normally I try to put it somewhere where I can hide it. So if we're looking at this guy, what I'll do is I usually like to put the arm key underneath of the deltoid, and then that allows me to hide it in that crease that is natural at the top of the bicep. So that's where I'll do the arms. If it makes sense for this one, this collar I knew was going to be a big deal, and I didn't want that. I knew it would also be hard to paint underneath of it. So I decided to make that part of the head and put a key there. But usually wherever it makes sense. So I would key the head into the collar of the shirt. You know, the shoes into the bottom of the pant, that kind of thing. So just wherever you can hide those seams, the best is what I usually go for. On the Mall Ahsoka piece, I had to get creative, especially with Darth Maul, because that was like, there was some crazy stuff going on with that one, with the belt and the little, what do you call that thing, Bradley? That it's not a skirt, but you know, the thing that comes out underneath of the belt. That thing.
Kilt.
No. Nope. No, it's not that. Sure, it is not that. Yeah.
You don't realize that Darth Maul was Scottish.
Good. A Highlander.
Brad, you was gonna say something before I was.
Oh yeah, I just remember you talking about generators. I remember like they were intimidating to me too. Like I was always scared to try and use those because they were like what is, are those kind of like, are they like almost like preset or like patterns, or are they kind of like almost like simulated?
Yeah, stuff? So it's basically noisemaker. So you're basically using noisemaker with sliders. So, and there's like all types of generators, like you can for roughness and stuff like that, grunge maps and things like that. But the standard one is B&W spots 1, spots 2, and the goal is just to like introduce breakup, color breakup, controllable, repeatable color breakup.
Those were confusing to me. I saw you and Danny doing some cool stuff with that, but they're definitely confusing.
You treat it like noisemaker, and the hardest thing that like I have problems with sometimes is remembering how to like properly use generators, like actually like turn them on. So this is not going to, I have to create something different. This is too bumpy for this. I need to add details to this. It's too smooth. So February 8th is when you're doing the Pixelogic stuff, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Are you getting the hang of it? Because I always thought subsurface scattering was confusing as hell. Is that making sense in Redshift?
I mean, the subsurface scattering is not really giving me the trouble. It's just getting used to the whole setup.
Yeah.
And it's not even like I can't figure it out. It's just that it tends to run slow for me at times, and I have to go and do things like restart ZBrush and in order to make it work, you know. But yeah, no, it's getting there. You saw the latest renders of Cap, right? So
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is that what you're going to be using as in your demo?
Yeah, one of them. So like those like meaty, gross parts,
yeah,
I think are coming along pretty nicely. They feel very much like skin. Other parts, you know, I was talking to Bradley about this. Like I'm gonna have to do some trickery. Like I'll probably, because his ear is under the mask, I'm gonna split the ear away from the rest of the face, and then that way I can bump up the SSS in the ear and get it to feel more waxy than the rest of the face. Because when I do that for the rest of the face, then I lose all the cavities. You can't see those the details in there.
I have a comment. Yeah, I noticed that the last time you hit render on Cap, your render time was something.
It was a billion. Yeah, so that probably means that I need to quit and restart ZBrush. I'm having that issue, and I have a 3090 Ti and a what's my CPU, Bradley?
5950X.
50, yeah, exactly. So it doesn't make any sense that I'm running into slowdown issues. The people with less that have better results, so it's my problem. They do more with less. Green giant.
All right, so that's exactly what
Copy.
I think I'm gonna keep painting on this until I can think of what to do next. I hate that moment when you're done something that you were working on for a while and you're like, okay, now what?
Now what?
There's gotta be something.
Well, don't you need to? Oh, you're completely done with the cutting and keying?
Dude, I'm done with the printing.
Oh, you printed the whole thing?
I mean, they're all sliced and ready to go. The only thing that hasn't printed out yet are the boots. So that's what printing out, right? Like the belt and the little hip armor is currently sitting in the D2 ready to be taken out, but I'm just going to give my hands a rest for a little bit before I take them out.
You know what surprised me was the fact that you the fact that I can't remember things that I start talking about. The thing that surprised me was the fact that you left the sabers attached to the hilt. I thought that you were going to split those away from like the blades. I thought you were going to have those as something that plugged in.
Oh yeah, no, there are no blades on there.
Oh, that's right. They're not. No, you're right. They're not. So are you going to cast those in clear resin? Or do you have clear resin that you can use for the D2?
I do have clear resin. I can print them out on the other thing. I have to figure out what the best thing to do with that. Because I mean, I don't really want to fill a whole vat with clear resin just for something like that, to be honest.
No.
I want to check like this. I want to start seeing about things like that because lightsabers are, like I've done a lot of Star Wars stuff, so I want to kind of, I want to just check different things. I want to see if I can get like those semi-see-through plastic swizzle sticks and see if I can use those or something like that.
You know what's easy to do is to make like a quick little 2-part mold.
LED.
Right. So if you took your printout for the hilts and for the blades rather. Yeah. And you just made like a little, like for yours it would be teeny, right? Yeah. And just made a little 2-part silicone mold. In fact, it could be a 1-part, right? All you need is a hole in the top.
Well, and then you could just print it out essentially, right? Like as is.
Yeah. You print out as is and give yourself a little something to hold on to that you can maybe like snap off later. But then yeah, you would make yourself a little silicone mold, pour your resin in that you have your color mixed with, and then just pull it right on. I see people doing that for like Wolverine claws and things like that.
Jamie mentioned LEDs. I am actually starting to get into doing that. Like I've just started to learn the process. Again, it's not complicated, but I'm just like terrified of using soldering stuff. But yeah, I got a lot of ones that are actually kind of pre-made. I can just like plug them in. So I already have this set up for a base for my little mini Darth Vader. The lightsaber would be tricky just because I think you would need to actually have it like wired through, and I am not there yet. I can tell you that. I am not at that point. But I got a whole bunch of LEDs now. I got a whole bunch of stuff. So that's kind of my plan, is to try and find ways to use them, if nothing else, in bases and stuff. Like that would be kind of fun to try and work out a way to make Iron Fist's flaming arm with a clear resin.
Yeah, no, I thought about that. Yeah, definitely thought about that.
It's true. I mean, eventually, Steph, I'm just gonna have completely hooks. I'm just gonna have hooks for hands. So I might as well just accelerate the process. You know, I'll solder my hand to something. I'm not terribly nimble.
You're gonna go the Alita route.
But that again, it's cool that they have some that are pre-stripped and pre-wired, and all I gotta do is just kind of like basically hook them into the plug, and that's kind of cool. The only problem is you have to have the AC adapter for that, which is a little overkill for some of these things. But yes, I'm on that train. It's only a matter of time before I burn down my office.
I got to tell you, man, I'm a new magnet Jehovah Witness now, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm all about that magnet life. I'm knocking on people's doors. Hey, let me tell you about these magnets, son.
You know, the thing that really kind of kept me from doing it was because it was just really frustrating for me to try and drill the holes for them. But then you mentioned the Dremel. I was like, wait a minute, I have a Dremel. You know, it's got a drill attachment that works.
So it's so easy.
It is
like,
yeah, it was,
it's
so easy.
That little drill attachment is perfect to start a little pilot hole and then size it up. Man, oh man. Because I was looking at my old one where I was trying to paint the fire and everything and the arm, and it was so terrible, like gross, right? Just being able to like use those magnets is the bomb. I'm gonna shut up about magnets, but everything magnets. 2023, y'all, magnets. I talked to Matt at Sideshow yesterday and was showing him what I had going on. He's like, "Oh, this is cool, man." He said, Luke Cage isn't far behind, right? I was like, "Nope, gonna get on that right away."
I was gonna say they don't sell a Luke Cage that I know of, do they? Maybe they do, but not a
no. I told him it was just like personal, but yeah, no, I haven't seen a really awesome Luke Cage for sale anywhere, which is weird, right? They make everybody. Hannibal would know. Hannibal, does anybody make a really good Luke Cage? If he's still in here.
I think there is one, but I don't know if it's anything like amazing. Definitely wasn't one that was, you know, like made me think, okay, I gotta buy one.
Yeah.
You can use like booleans and stuff like that for the magnet hole. The trick thing for me is just getting the scale correct.
Exactly. Yeah, because we have the 6. Don't we both have the 6 millimeters magnets?
Yeah, and I have a bunch of different sizes depending on, you know, and I just don't like, you know, again, the size of them, and then I have to, when I use the cylinder for the negative and the boolean, it has to be the right scale, and then so it's something that can be done if I wasn't kind of lazy about it. It's just as easy, I think, if I know that I have a drill bit which is the exact same size. Plus, when I bring it into, you know, cheater box and I'm poking holes in different places, a lot of times you're putting holes in the same places you would be putting the magnets, right? Because you put the holes, you know, the bore holes essentially where, you know, where they won't be seen. So that's kind of
like you think I have enough glint.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty shiny.
Like I'm gonna disco.
He doesn't know that, Brad. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry, but isn't it like every commercial right now for that?
Oh, probably.
I had to come in. You guys don't be bad mouthing the girl from Bear Island. Bella's friggin' awesome in that show. love her in that in Last of Us.
It's gonna grow on me. You know, the thing's weird.
Yeah.
Like Ellie has a very distinct look, right?
I think that's what it is. I never played the game, so I don't have that anything coming in that would be kind of like to match up with it.
Yeah, she has a very distinct look, and I really, when I saw the casting at first, I was not for it, and then I found out that was the girl from Bear Island. I was like, oh, let me check myself, because I know she can. She definitely, anybody who can make Jon Snow kind of tremble in his boots a little bit makes me think she'll be perfect for Ellie.
Wait, Shane's saying for LED lighting, there's a company that makes a copper paint that holds the current. You can just paint over it, and then, ooh, wow. Anything that makes it easier for me to do that. Very good. I still have so much trouble figuring out like the whole voltage thing. Like how many lights, how many batteries do you need for a certain amount? Like I don't know. I'm hopelessly stupid.
All of them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get 9 volts and hope that I don't blow them out. And then you have to put like, what are they called? Dampeners things? What are they called? Resistors. And do that to kind of like not have your voltage destroy your lights and the whole thing. I can learn more.
The whole thing.
It's a whole thing. Yeah. I think that the lesson here is to just get someone who knows what they're doing and just have them do it.
Have them do
it. And then take credit. Yep. Thanks, guys. I'll do it myself.
Dude, I think, Brad, between the two of us, we figured out a lot of printy like stuff that's above our pay grade. You know, if you had told if you had told me I'd be making silicone molds, not liking them, but making them, I would have told you were crazy.
You didn't just make silicone molds. You made huge silicone.
I know. I'm a cautionary tale when it comes to silicone molds, y'all. Like,
yeah, you did with silicone. You did with silicone molds what I did with your Venom sculpt. Like,
yeah,
I figured out that Venom sculpt life size.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I when you're making a quarter scale Hulk, do a brush on mold. Don't do a box mold. That's not the way you do it. It's not.
That's a lot of silicone right there.
Oh gosh, man, so much money wasted.
Let's go Blender.
Love that program.
No, you don't.
Yeah, right. I hate it.
Schadenfreude.
About to use my next favorite plugin in the whole wide world.
Which
Zolo.
one?
Zolo, I'm gonna send my entire mesh and textures over to Blender so I can play with rendering there. Cycles, DV.
This is why I get mad at Brad Grotman, because he will tell me like a pose that's a better pose, but ultimately I end up sculpting everything all over again in order to accommodate that pose. Now, is the piece better when it's done? Yes. Have I done it essentially twice? Absolutely.
You don't think you get faster every time?
No, I get madder every time. I'm like the whole. So I guess that makes me more powerful, but I'm more angry.
You are welcome.
Brad Grotman is my Mr. McGee. favorite TV show, Bradley?
That's the blind guy, right?
Yes.
Mr. Magoo.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
He was Ralph Macchio's trainer.
No, that's gonna be Augie. We're all over the place today.
I know who he is. I'm feeding him false information because he'll never know. Believe whatever.
You lie to me. Lie to me.
He'll believe whatever.
B, what's up, boys? It's been a minute.
What's up,
We've
B?
been here. You know, welcome
B?
back.
Yeah. We in here.
Gonna get Chat GBT to teach me how to make placement maps. We're taking it to Blender. That's funny.
What I need is some kind of memory erasing total recall thing to make me go start Blender and not be thinking about the other program that feels a lot better.
Or you could cheat it like I do and use Solo.
I just need to kind of like, you know, pretend that Blender is not so different. I need to feel like it's the best way, you know, the most obvious, easy way to do it, instead of the way I actually feel. I gotta find a way.
So Zolo sent my subtools and everything to Blender, and not only did it do that, let's load all my textures up.
Wait, Zolo?
Yep.
Yeah, it used to be called. I was just looking at it yesterday in my Gumroad. What was it called before, Bradley?
It's always the name. Solo is the name of the person who did it, and it's the Substance Painter Live Link.
There you
okay.
go. That's what I'm used to. The live link.
And what it did was,
Like
and it's a good way for you to
Yeah.
It's kind of like yes, kind of just like that. And what's cool about it, if you ever want to like really like, if you want to get in and learn how to place maps and stuff like that, I'm gonna select my tool. I want this head, and if I go to the shading, you can actually see and learn how things are plugged up. So if you wanted to see how to place displacement maps or normal maps, I'll go here. And you can see how things are connected. So displacement map. So this is the texture. There's a node called displacement that's connected to the color. And then it is then connected to a material map. And the material map is connected to this way. So the BSDF node. So I think I kind of just answered that question for you. So here's your texture. You add a displacement node, and then you add a material output node, and then it's connected. And you connect your displacement, and then you connect it here. Answered. Play that back if you want to know how to do that again. James says, Go B plugin is an absolute godsend for an amateur like me. Anything that speeds up the workflow is a godsend. B says, hey, Mike, I'm trying to achieve almost a stencil spray paint effect inside of SP. Would you have any tips on painting that digitally? For example, like a punk rock vest.
I mean, couldn't you just make it basically an alpha, like in Photoshop, of a spray paint type of thing, and then project through it, or no?
Yeah, if you're asking how to do it in Substance Painter, you should be talking to Bradley.
Yeah, Bradley's in Substance.
It's not my thing.
But I would, I mean,
If
I
I-
don't know. I know Substance has like like dynamic brushes, but yeah, I would think you'd have more control, right, Bradley? If you just kind of
Yeah.
essentially made an alpha or a stencil in Photoshop or whatever, or something like that had a spray paint feel, and then just projecting paint through it or making it.
I'm just trying to understand because Substance has lots of brushes that are like spray paint
already like that.
that already like that. So I'm trying to understand what effect he's trying to actually get. Yeah, you gotta give me a little bit more information because every default brush is like that. For example, like a punk rock vest.
Like, yeah, I think that that's kind of like the idea is that it's essentially spray painted on.
Mm-hmm.
I can do it in Photoshop, but
I have it in, but it feels more artificial than just naturally painted.
I mean, maybe there's a blend mode too that might make it blend in a little bit better.
So one thing I would tell you, like I was going in here, when you're painting stuff overall, like you need to so I'll go back to this stack, right? So I have this simple. Let me bring this out. You have to introduce color and material breakup when you're painting. Oh, this glint is like bothering me. Turn off. Where is it? All right, cool. So when you're in what people will do, like when they start putting in layering stuff in Substance Painter, right? So you gotta like stack your colors and then slowly starts to introduce a breakup. So I started with this basic skin, and I started to like, this is how it looks without any breakup. It's just layered over. And then I started to introduce breakup with adding in a curvature. And then I phased everything in with this map. You see how I have this overlay and this spray over here to kind of like balance out the colors? I used a generator. And with generators, it allows you to introduce color breakup that will start to like make the feel of your thing be more lived in. I would assume like feel more realistic. See, even in doing that, like it gets away from the toyish look.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I actually like that a lot. I should keep that.
Keep that.
Yep, keep that.
Hey, Bradley.
And that didn't take too much to do that. Yeah.
If you like insurance, you can keep it.
Yeah, keep it. I'm saving that now. Save. It's fast and loose type of fill. I can show a photo in Discord. Yeah, I can look at it in Discord if you post it there. Oh, I like that a lot. Much love.
Peach bread. I might have done better just taking your pose and re-sculpting all my details on it, because this is hella hard to get his lower legs in the position like you have them from where I had it before.
Yeah,
it's
so tough to pose legs, I think, with transpose, just because like IK just does it makes it so easy just to let the weight kind of like take care of itself.
I mean, if I had it and if it wasn't in the pose I had before, I think I would have been fine. Yeah.
Like, check it out. This is Arkham rocking the Stylus League.
Nice.
Look at that. That's awesome.
Nice. I like it. What up, Arkham Red?
Oh yeah, bro. Like, so all day. So what? All you got to do for this to get this look is that's the generator. Like, you could use a generator to get this. So you have your words here. You have that projected on. Just use a generator. Like, so add a generator and apply it, and you can always paint out what you don't want. So if I go to the back of here, I'm going to fill this with a color. Back of this head, let's say I'm going to fill it with color. I'm going to fill it with red. All right, here's the red. I'm going to add another layer. And then in this layer also is going to only be color. And I'm going to select like green. Let's do this green here. Add a black mask. And then I'm going to add a generator. The generator I'm going to add is this. All right, this is the PN spot one. There's there's a few others that you can try, right? And then you could just adjust where you want it, contrast it, and you'll just paint it out where you don't. And you can also rotate this if you don't like where it's at. You can scale it. You can change the disorder of it to move it around. You can change the roughness. Like that's how I would redo. I would do what you're trying to do.
Easy brush. Son of a bitch.
I was missing with the spray paint generator in the 20 version, and I just my own design. It was a nightmare. Yeah, like I would do it like that. That's how I would do it. Like all you're trying to do is get a spray paint look over some words and use the P&W spot generator to do that. Right? Except you wanted your paint to be white, right? And then the jacket or whatever it is, like black.
Do you have a crash, Mike?
No. I did. Just gotta text it.
And then your words are on top of it. That's how I would do it if I had to do it.
I think you should put a spray painted world in the back of Guyver's head, Bradley.
He's like, let's spray paint it.
This space for rent or something like that.
And what's cool because this is just a normal layer. You can fade your opacity of it because it's a normal layer, and you can just adjust it how you want. Let me know if that helped, B. He's like, all right, I'll give it a go and I'll update you guys online. My boy's just getting mad cold up here. Canada.
With such disdain in his voice.
Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. It's not your fault, Canada. It's cold.
That's a song.
It is. It's pretty well known. I'm gonna try something here.
You know what I want? Cycles, baby. Mike. Oh, Mike must be on the phone.
No, I'm right here. Are you talking to me? Can you not hear me?
I was like,
oh no,
hey.
Yeah. For a second, I wasn't hearing you.
Yeah, we weren't hearing you. Yeah.
I wasn't saying anything. Bro. That's probably why.
I think there may be a connection there.
When I don't talk, you don't hear things. It's kind of how that works. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think it looked like you were talking. I think when he called you, but I guess maybe you weren't.
Mike, I didn't even really set any lights, but Cycles is a beast.
Glad things are going so great for you, Bradley.
I'm sorry. you must be frustrated. I'll leave you alone. pull the render lever.
Pull the string. Good. Folks, if you're ever looking to do lightsaber or laser effects, sure, you can go into Photoshop and just do something white with a colored glow like a sucker, or you can go into After Effects, and there's this free plugin from Video Copilot called Saber, that has like 175,000 presets. I can change this like to all kinds of cool type things here that I can change the colors and the size and I can even animate it. You can change the angles by grabbing these little points and just moving them around. Like it is such an awesome plugin. It's just Saber, guys, Saber. Change the noise scale. I can make this look a little bit more crazy or less crazy in terms of like the little distortion going on here. It's awesome.
Somebody quoted that and it had a purpose. Kind of heartwarming. He's talking about your lightsaber.
Yeah, I'm probably going to call it shortly, you guys.
Yeah, I think that I have to move on today.
It's cool.
You guys doing the normal cheesesteak Saturday?
I don't think so. I think that we're trying to be good.
Ooh,
for now.
Yeah. I want that.
You know, that won't last, but it'll, you know, I think that we're going to try and, you know, not order out every weekend.
But it's cheesesteak Saturday.
You know, it's right there in the name.
It's in the name.
Oh snap! I got my wife's calling me. I got to bounce too, guys.
All right.
All right. Let's call it for now. All right. So yeah, we have one more unfinished business on next weekend, and then we have Raphael, right? Bradley, we're also announcing the Intel giveaway next weekend.
So next weekend is big.
Okay.
Not only we announced the who's winning the laptop, but we're also announcing what our project is going to be for February as well. And we're also releasing part 2 of the interview next week. So next week is a big week.
Next week is a big week. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, now I want a cheesesteak, man. That's going down. It's going down right now.
Brad, does your guy have high-res details too? Can I get my high-res details back on your guy? I can, right? Somehow.
I mean, it's a good question. It's an excellent question. I don't know. I mean,
no, we've done this before.
Yeah, it just needs to be the same. It needs to be the same. You know, the same poly.
Exact mesh. Yeah.
All right. So that thing I did to the head is useless, but I can project those details back. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do that because this is for the friggin' birds. Yeah, I've wasted about a good hour on this bull crap. Okay. All right. So listen, everybody.
Have the placement map. If it was the same topology, it would work.
Yeah, we don't even have to get that deep. I'll just go back to the one where I didn't change the topo. Bring it in, and it should project right back onto that model. But okay. All right. Anything else going on? Anybody before we get out of here?
Nope. I'm about to get this cheesesteak.
have a good weekend, everybody.
All right. Have a good weekend. Bye.
We'll see you. All right. Peace.